Good father now, right?
Yeah.
Congrats on that, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, of course. But obviously, I think we don't want someone like you who's doing good, who's turning his life around to be wrapped up in internet, right?
Yeah.
So I do want to ask about session because I think you can be part of the solution on this rather than the problem.
Yeah.
I'm sure at first you probably had no idea what session was or anything like that, but when we say groups or individuals, I know that's you being honest about it because I know that's something we've experienced on there. Because we have your session ID and it's not an ID, it's there. So I do want to ask, and this is kind of what I think is the most important thing to clarify. Obviously, there's pictures and videos on there that probably aren't the most, I guess you could say, flattering to say the least. But I do want to ask, and this is just something I want to clarify, is this anything that you were a part of yourself, or were these just other people's videos and pictures?
The other people that would.
Okay. So we wouldn't find anything on there where like you're behind the camera or you're in the videos.
No.
Okay, good. I respect that. That's okay.
No,
okay.
So it's just a role play. It's nothing that I would be actually part of.
Okay. Okay. So obviously, I want you to kind of help me on what these other people in session are doing because I want to look for the producers of this type of stuff. So these groups on session, how many people do you think are usually in them in your experience?
I don't know.
If you had to ballpark it, I know you're not counting, but it's fair.
I don't know. There's quite a bit, I'd say, that go on that I would see, but something that I just didn't want to be a part of anymore.
Right.
I'm looking at, we're starting a new life with this, and
right.
I was dealing a lot with my last few months.
Do you think when you get that you kind of fall back into old habits?
Kind of, yeah. Okay. So that's why I actually just went through I just went through a class, and that's why I just got done with it actually.
The class?
Yeah. Yep. So it's for.
Okay.
So it's something that I wanted to go into because I was kind of going back into my old
habits.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so for me, it was I just needed to stop everything and
just pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Good.
So I just finished it actually, and I'm starting another one in a few weeks. That's why I just wanted to end everything with it.
Yeah.
It wasn't right. I don't want to get into that role play or all that stuff anymore. So.
Well, yeah, and you're a father yourself, especially of a very, very young kid, and I think you can easily help me with this, be part of the reason. So I got to ask, those videos on session, like how they make you feel?
Not good.
Why is that?
They're just inappropriate.
Okay. Do those videos? Do you think your fatherly instincts come in when we see stuff like that?
Yeah.
How do they come in?
Just not right because it's someone else's kid.
Okay.
Yeah,
so these people are just posting blatant kid videos.
Well, I don't know if they're like teens or what.
Okay. Well, I guess, do you know if these people in session are Americans or foreigners?
I have no idea.
Do you see what languages they speak in, or?
English.
English. Okay. Yeah. Is it like broken English or American English, or? What's the difference nowadays, right? But.
It's all text, but I don't know. It looks English.
Okay. So when we say that's someone else's kid, like are these usually boys, girls, or both? They post in these groups.
I don't know. I guess both, but
okay.
Only seen like teen girls and that, but
okay.
I know of. I don't know. I haven't actually been like group wise for it, but I think there's set up groups. I don't know.
Well, when we've seen teen girls on session, like are these bozos like sending this crap to you, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like basically some kind of like trade deal. Mm-hmm. Okay. So do they send these girls, like is it usually like links, or is it just the pictures and the videos in the chat, or how does it kind of, how do they kind of do it?
Yeah, they send like they'll send like the videos, and then they'll just download into that part.
Okay.
Yeah.
A link to the videos. It's just they straight up don't give a.
Mhm.
Wow, unbelievable.
Yeah.
So how do these people find you on session, or like how do y'all kind of how do they get in contact with you?
So they'll go. There's different like sites that, you know, social media stuff, and
Sure.
they'll ask you what your social or ID is and that for a session.
Right, because I'm sure
So,
it's
yeah.
got it. So it's like I'm talking to you here, but let's go over here.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
got it. So you know, I know I'm hearing teen girls, and you know, I know I'm not trying to use your history against you, but I know your history was with a teen girl, so I think that's some temptation we fall back into sometimes, and honestly, that's fixable. It's like, how do I put it? With it, when we kind of have a thing for teen girls, they're developed, and I know we say the medieval times is backwards, but human nature is forever, right?
Yeah.
And I can't hold it against you. That's more so, we just need to pump the brakes on the car, right?
Yeah.
But when it's very young, it's more so like, all right, there's an engine problem, right? So I know that what you're probably looking for is teen girls, and you know, we got to fix it, but it's not the end of the world, right?
Yeah.
But I think what we're misconstruing is there's a difference between what you're looking for and what they're sending you, okay?
Mhm.
So realistically, I mean, how low have these idiots gone? I'm not saying you wanted it or watched it or wanted a piece of it, but how low have they gone on session with what they've sent? Because I know it's younger than teens. I mean, session, man.
Oh yeah. They've sent. I mean, a lot of them will have links. I don't know what it's like Mega or something.
Okay.
And so they'll send links, and they'll show like the like box of, you know, like the different ones.
Like a grid, right?
Looks, yeah, and they look a lot younger actually. So I mean, they can get down to younger girls. So
What would you say? And don't sugarcoat, because if you know, I thought you were into it, I wouldn't be asking you about it, right? It's more so, hey, that house is burning down over there. What do you know about who's burning that house down, right?
Yeah.
What's the youngest looking that we've seen on set, or that we've seen on one of these mega links?
Probably toddlers.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
It really, there's really no limit to these people, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, man.
So
So when we say toddlers, and this is important to kind of figure out, because, you know, either somebody's behind the camera with that toddler, somebody's in the photo with that toddler. So I know we're in Minnesota. We love diversity. We don't judge on race here, but like what race are the toddlers usually?
I don't know.
I guess, which ones have you seen? Like, you know, I know you haven't seen purple people on there, purple toddlers. So I'm just asking, what races have popped up of these toddlers?
They look white on the grid and that. So yeah.
Okay. Are they usually by themselves or with an adult?
Looks like adults.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Help me try to identify some of these adults. Like, what do these adults look like, or what's one you can remember? You're the best you can. I know he doesn't have his name on his forehead or anything like that, but
Yeah. I don't know. They look foreign.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the best I can describe. You know, it's they've sent some links or some videos. They're short, but they
sure.
You know, I deleted everything on there. I deleted my session because I just with my stuff, it got so bad there again.
It got you back into that world. Yeah.
Going through my group here, it just snapped me back to reality of, you know, I need to take care of my family, and
Of course.
that's why I felt bad. That's why I wanted to just get away from that area.
So is that group, is it like you're seeing a therapist one-on-one, or is it like, it's just kind of like an AA type thing?
It's an intensive group.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a 3-week process. And so it just finished it actually.
Oh, geez. Okay.
And then I'm starting another one here next week.
Good.
Because I just want to better myself and get away from all this.
What do they, and if it's too personal, don't worry, but like, how does the group help you? Like, I'm genuinely curious.
So they have a lot of valued action plans and modules that they teach me through the program.
A VAP. Valued Action Plan, VAP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Map VAP. There you go. So yeah, what's that like? I mean,
it's nice. It's so what it does is it's going to help me, you know, if I have an issue, I can follow, you know, write down my values to it and kind of go with my plan of, you know, how to get out of, you know, if I'll get back to that stage of, you know, that lows and that. So
it's like a playbook. Like if this is happening, you know, turn to this and, you know, adjust accordingly.
yeah.
God, you give that advice to the Jaguars. Yeah. It's okay. Another year of Trevor Lawrence wasting millions, right?
Yeah. No, I was a big fan since it came in the league, so that's why.
Dude, that's why you're. I mean, you need to go to a doctor for me to tell you that. I mean, I could find that right there.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's I just went through a lot. I had heart surgery a few years ago.
Oh, geez, okay.
And then we're selling our place. It's tough for me to want to move, just because mail is here.
Oh, you're moving out of town.
Yeah. And so that was my big thing of it, is I just there's a lot going on for me the last few months here, and so yeah.
So it's easy to just turn to a totally different world of
reality. Yeah, get all my reality.
That makes total sense. That's what will happen.
And after these classes here, now that I have my valued actions, I just
in my gallery. I mean, at least right, because I'm sure it's
yeah.
And you know, I think you can easily help me with this. Be part of the reason. So I got to ask, those videos on session, like how they make you feel?
Not good.
Why is that?
They're just inappropriate.
Okay. Do those videos? Do you think your fatherly instincts come in when we see stuff like that?
Yeah.
How do they come in?
Just not right, because it's someone else's kid.
Okay.
Yeah,
so these people are just posting blatant kid videos.
Well, I don't know if they're like teens or what.
Okay. Well, I guess, do you know if these people in session are Americans or foreigners?
I have no idea.
Do you see what languages they speak in, or?
English.
English, okay.
Yeah.
Is it like broken English or American English, or?
Oh,
what's the difference nowadays, right? But
it's all text, but I don't know. I mean, it looks English.
Okay. So when we say that's someone else's kid, like are these usually boys, girls, or both? They post in these groups.
I don't know. I guess both, but
okay.
Only seen like teen girls and that, but
okay.
I know of. No, I don't know. I haven't actually been like group wise for it, but I think you can set up groups. I don't know.
Well, when we've seen teen girls on session, like are these bozos like sending this crap to you, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like basically some kind of like trade deal. Mm-hmm. Okay. So do they send these girls, like, is it usually like links, or is it just the pictures and the videos in the chat, or how does it kind of, how I think what we're misconstruing is there's a difference between what you're looking for and what they're sending you, okay? Mm-hmm. So realistically, I mean, how low have these idiots gone? I'm not saying you wanted it or watched it or wanted a piece of it, but how low have they gone on session with what they've sent? Because I know it's younger than teens. I mean, session, man.
Oh, yeah. They've sent, I mean, a lot of them will have links. I don't know what it's like mega or something.
Okay.
And so they'll send links and they'll show like the box of you know, like the different ones.
Like a grid, right?
Looks, yeah, and they look a lot younger actually. So I mean, they can get down to younger girls. So
what would you say? And don't sugarcoat, because if you know, I thought you were into it, I wouldn't be asking you about it, right? It's more so, hey, that house is burning down over there. What do you know about who's burning that house down, right?
Yeah.
What's the youngest looking that we've seen on set, or that we've seen on one of these mega links?
Probably toddlers.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
It really, there's really no limit to these people, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, man.
So
when we say toddlers, and this is important to kind of figure out, because, you know, either somebody's behind the camera with that toddler, somebody's in the photo with that toddler. So I know we're in Minnesota. We love diversity. We don't judge on race here, but like what race are the toddlers usually?
I don't know.
I guess which ones have you seen? Like, you know, I know you haven't seen purple people on there, purple toddlers. So I'm just asking, what races have popped up of these toddlers?
They look white on the grid and that. So yeah.
Okay. Are they usually by themselves or with an adult?
Looks like adults.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Help me try to identify some of these adults. Like, what do these adults look like, or what's one you can remember? You're the best you can. I know he doesn't have his name on his forehead or anything like that, but
yeah. I don't know. They look foreign.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the best I can describe. You know, it's. They've sent some links or some videos. They're short, but they.
Sure.
You know, I deleted everything on there. I deleted my session because I just with my stuff, it got so bad there again.
It got you back into that world, yeah.
Going through my group here, it just snapped me back to reality of, you know, I need to take care of my family, and
of course.
That's why I felt bad. That's why I wanted to just get away from that area.
So is that group, is it like you're seeing a therapist one-on-one, or is it like, it's just kind of like an AA type thing?
It's an intensive group.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a 3-week process. And so it just finished it actually.
Oh geez, okay.
And then I'm starting another one here next week.
Good.
Because I just want to better myself and get away from all this.
What do they, and if it's too personal, don't worry, but like, what do they, how does the group help you? Like, I'm genuinely curious.
So they have a lot of valued action plans and modules that they teach me through the program.
A VAP. Valued Action Plan, VAP.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Matt VAP, there you go. So yeah, what's that like? I mean,
it's nice. It's so what it does is it helps. It's going to help me, you know, if I have an issue, I can follow, you know, write down my values to it and kind of go with my plan of, you know, how to get out of, you know, if I'll get back to that state of, you know, that lows and that. So
it's like a playbook. Like, if this is happening, you know, turn to this and, you know, adjust accordingly.
Yeah.
God, you give that advice to the Jaguars. Yeah. It's okay. Another year of Trevor Lawrence wasting millions, right?
Yeah. No, I was a big fan since they came in the league, so that's why.
Dude, that's why you're. I mean, you need to go to a doctor for me to tell you that. I mean, I could find that right there.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's I just went through a lot. I had heart surgery a few years ago.
Oh geez, okay.
And then we're selling our place. It's tough for me to want to move, just because Mayo's here.
Oh, you're moving out of town.
Yeah. And so that was my big thing of it, is I just there's a lot going on for me the last few months here, and so yeah.
So it's easy to just turn to a totally different world of
reality, get all my reality.
That makes total sense. That's what will happen.
And after these classes here, now that I have my valued actions, it's just dumb.
Right. You're just like, what in the hell was all this?
Yeah.
But
And so I made up a thing saying my brother passed away, toured to. I couldn't do it anymore.
right.
And I felt, I don't know, disgusted with myself.
Right. Because the hotel got booked.
Yeah.
So it was, we're very close there.
Yeah, I was thinking, and then I'm like, yeah, I didn't want to do it, but then saying, do it tonight. And so I just,
Got it. Makes sense. So obviously, I'm glad that you're stepping out. We fully want to get you out of that because I don't think, I think if a solution to this is, we have an action plan, we have a family we love, I think, hey, that's a great way to put a stop to it, right? Great motivation. And I see, I think that's the best way for everybody, right? But obviously, the people online that were associating with you have not stopped. And, I'm not saying that's your fault, but it's more so at this point, like, point me in the right direction. So you mentioned there was adults with the toddlers. Were these adults like always males, or were there females too with them?
The only one that I saw like on those would be the males that I could see.
Any like quote unquote moms, or was that something that never came across your thing?
No.
Okay. So I do want to ask, because obviously, I know they advertise session as pretty encrypted, which it is, I mean, no doubt, but Mega is, it's pretty much a new Google Drive at this point. Like it's pretty unsecure, I'd say. And do you have to have a Mega account to open up the Mega links, or?
I don't know.
So you never made one?
No,
right.
no,
Right.
No.
So I don't think you do. But obviously, and I'm only asking you this because, I think we both are on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
But I know some of these toddler videos were watched because we can obviously just see activity. It's not the hardest. And, I'm not thinking that, you're watching a toddler video and just, beating the shit out of your or anything like that. But, there's the rubbernecking effect where someone can just be like, and then boom, it's watched, right? So I'm only asking you this as kind of more so a witness to some idiot doing something bad. What would they be doing to the toddlers in some of these videos? And I'm not saying you watch it every day 24/7, but the few that we watched, I'm just asking.
Having
Straight up.
Yeah.
This, I hate to ask you to relive this, but what kind of stuff would you see the toddlers do? Because we're talking about little kids here, so it's hard to conceptualize.
I don't like what type of stuff?
Like, are we talking, or?
Yeah, it looks like.
So it was a combo of them in all these videos.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, I'm not some expert, but the limited knowledge I do know is a lot of these videos come from, like you said, foreign videos. Where was I going with this? So we're trying to track some of them down. Yeah, absolutely. So how long were some of these clips?
10 seconds.
Oh, so it wasn't.
There's some, I think, around. They were under a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just hypothesize, do you think they were taken from like a larger video and just kind of clipped down?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I guess what I'm asking is because did the clip start with them just having, or did it kind of lead up to that?
Just having.
Okay, so it'd be open and this was immediately happening.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I see. So, and I do have to ask. All right, I wouldn't. I'm just obviously if I came to my own conclusion, I wouldn't be, courteous enough to ask you. There's obviously pretty ample record of you sending these videos to other people too. It's just an objective fact of that happened. I guess what motivated you to trade this child? Like, what did it do for you?
Well, at that time with my and that how bad it was just a way of escaping reality. Yeah.
Okay.
It was just just getting out of a lot of tendencies in the past.
Okay.
It got bad again, and so for me to kind of just get out of it, it was going back to where I was, and that's not something where I want to be. And so that's why we went into that program, And I'm just trying to better myself, get back to where I am and healthy.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Does your oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, and so it just, yeah, it sucks at times with my where I don't want to be here, and so when I go on to that other reality, it's it feels like people are there for me,
there for you. I mean, that I don't quite understand, but I'm open to hearing how they're, like, I'm not judging, but I'm open to hearing how they're, what do you mean by there for you?
I don't just like, wanting to be friends, in that other reality,
right,
role playing and stuff.
Sure.
So yeah, it was just stuff that, like I said, when I get to my low point like that, it's I go back to that old. I did that back in the early 2000s, and it screwed me up.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so now that I'm back in this, I'm trying to get rid of it all, and I just want to get,
that too. Definitely. Paul Revere your wife or anything, or let her know about stuff. But she knows about all this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm glad she was able to, look past mistakes and not judge you for that, because I'm the same way. So you think that's when kind of underage things were put in your mind somehow?
Yeah, just after talking with her and that, and then that's when I first learned into the daddy, a little girl,
right,
stuff, and it brought me into a whole different other reality, or out of reality for it.
Sure.
Just so stupid.
Right.
But I went through the treatment and got better. Worked on my, and then everything was good. And then after my heart surgery, I ended up with chronic pain.
Oh, geez.
Chronic fatigue. I ended up with all this stuff, and so it's all just kind of culminated and has hit me because it hasn't gotten better.
Right.
And so fortunately, I went back to that old role-playing stuff again.
Sure.
And so that was very not smart of me. That's why I after doing all that, and that night when she said or whatever to get that hotel, and I did, and then after I was like, this is not right.
Right.
This is not right. And I went to my book and did my value action plans, and I had to get out of there.
Yeah.
So it's not smart at that moment.
No, exactly. And
it's something that I want to, I have family.
Right.
And I just.
Yeah, no, and I think moments of weakness absolutely need to be addressed, but they can absolutely be overcome, because as long as we don't turn those moments of weakness into a habit, right?
Exactly.
But, so I do want to ask, because I guess what made us continue the conversation with, like, after y'all talked on Kick?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, what I guess what prompted you to keep talking to her after Kick?
After Kick, right?
Right, like when y'all moved from Kick to Instagram, like, I guess.
Oh.
I guess what was the appeal of continuing to talk to her, at least in your mind at the time?
Just continuing with that role playing.
Okay. Did she ever verify that she was real or anything like that? Like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think here she mentioned
capacitor course check is okay. Fusion core.
Right. I think here you said there's like a lot of young girls who are fake online, blah, 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 blah. I guess she sent a live photo of herself on Kick at some point.
Oh, what?
Oh, like a live photo of herself on Kick at some point?
Yeah.
Okay. So I do want to ask, like, realistically, I guess here when we say watch me in an own her, watch me bring her, I so much. Like, was she supposed to bring her cousin to the hotel, or?
That's what, yeah, she said she was going to, but and that was part of the role playing of it. And so that's why, yeah, it was, yeah.
Okay. How was it supposed to get to the hotel?
She said she was gonna take Uber.
Take an Uber?
Yeah.
Okay. So is she like not able to drive or something like that, or?
I guess not.
Okay. So I do want to ask this. Did it ever talk about saying that she's like done stuff like this before, or was this her first time, or?
I think it was her first time.
Okay. How old were you when you lost your? Or had your first experience?
14.
14. Okay. So here's kind of I gotta lightly counter you on this. No 17-year-old nowadays, guy or girl, unless you're just a video game playing loser, has not had by the time they're 17 before. So I can understand kind of the apprehension of, you know, me not hearing like, you know, her actual age, because, you know, I get it. I mean, I'm just a guy big dude coming to your door like with messages like, why would you tell me? And I know you have a conscience about it, but, you know, in order to get past mistakes, we have to be honest. How old did you really tell you she was?
13.
Appreciate your honesty, man. That shows me, that's a VAP right there, man. That's a VAP. We got to be honest about it, and you were, so I appreciate it. So she never, I mean, realistically, she never said she was 17, did she?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think she did.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. I get it. You know, I actually appreciate that I heard she was 17 first, because it shows me that you actually have a conscience about it. Because, dude, like, the people that really worry me are the ones who are like, yep, she was 13. Yeah, man, she's right now. Like, it's like, you know, it's like, all right, dude, you're, you know. But if you actually have a conscience about it, not everything's going to be truthful. And that's, you know, shows a sign that you're actually, you know, not a psycho, right? So I'm not, no worries here. So were you ever worried about like her parents finding out about this or anything like that? Like, would that ever cross your mind, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't want it, like, when we were role playing, having them find out, of course, but.
Right. Okay. So is it like safe to assume that you thought you could get in trouble because it's probably a kid we're talking to?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. So there was like, I guess you haven't met her or anything, but I guess you could say, did we reasonably believe this is probably somebody I shouldn't be talking to? She's too young, or? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So what does I guess what did the role playing accomplish? Like, I know you said it gets you out of, but like, I guess urges wise, or what did it do for you, or what does it do for you? Just honestly.
Just kind of, I don't know. When I first got into that, it was just kind of satisfying.
Satisfying in what way? Like,
being dominant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, is it satisfying?
It can be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that, and just the, you know, having that dominance type of
dynamic.
Yeah, it kind of got me out of reality of me being in that low. Right,
because it's it makes sense, because, you know, if you're feels like everything's above you, you're getting beaten down. But when you're the dominant one, it's like, you know, I'm in control, and it's human nature. It's how guys it's how guys should feel. There's nothing wrong with that.
Let's be real here. This is a marketing ploy. I'm going to keep annoying you to download Pi Adblock, and then you're going to get so fed up seeing me that you just download it anyway.
Okay, so this is more of like, in a way, this could potentially like, or like get you like going or set or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just take me out of the reality.
Yeah, makes total sense. So I got to ask about this. Here it said, "I will find your," and then you make her from your, make you both my underage.
Yeah. It's just part of the whole dominance thing.
Sure. Would you consider yourself? And again, it's not a judgment thing. It's more so, let's diagnose what it is and finish it, right? Like, Mayo Clinic, man, that's where your wife works. I'm sure, in order to get it removed, they have to identify the, right? Mm-hmm. Would you say you have tendencies, or that sometimes you consider yourself?
Yeah, when I'm at that low point. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it's like I said, it was there when I first started back. When I first got into the whole, learned about it all.
Yeah.
So it's there. It's just, when I hit my lows here, it's
low.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so that's during the whole thing, I tried committing again.
During this?
Mm-hmm.
What? How long ago was that?
A little over, say, a month and a half ago, or a little bit less than that, maybe.
Did your wife know that you tried to?
No, she didn't.
How did you try to do it?
I was gonna.
You were gonna, like, did you actually go through with putting the back, or were you just?
Yeah, and then I was able to stop in time.
Yeah.
The first time I did it, my dad found me.
Oh.
And so yeah, unfortunately it got low like that again.
Right.
And just not thinking correctly.
Do you think that falling into this world here somehow makes it worse in a way? Like, just, it's like maybe temporarily you're good, but overall your health is just declining. More and more you do that. Yeah. So we did obviously book the hotel. I'm just gonna tell you, you're pretty you're pretty good at hiding your identity online, and basically God, man, it was yeah, you were good. A lot of people that just online dabbling in this aren't too good at hiding their identity. I mean, it's not like you eventually found just because your face was there and all that, but just realistically, and there's I'm just going to accept your answer for whatever it is. I know you booked the hotel, so there was at what point, like, I guess how likely when you booked the hotel were you to like show up there? Like, at that moment, what were you thinking? Like, were you thinking, hey, I'm just gonna do this, or were you like, genuinely, I'm just asking?
Yeah. No, I didn't want to do it, and then she said that she didn't want to get the Uber and not go. So I did it, and then right after I was just like, I don't know why I did that.
Got it.
And so yeah, I called them, and and then told them that I'm not doing this. I just wanted to do a role play online, and then when we got to that point, it just all hit me. And,
when you booked the hotel?
Yeah, and that's when I was like, this is going too much. And so
becoming too real.
Yeah.
Right.
So I got rid of my Instagram, and I got rid of. I don't want to be in that anymore.
Right.
I had my value action plans that that I'm gonna follow for continuing on, and then because I got my family to take care of.
Yeah.
And my son and that, they need me here.
Oh, dude. Absolutely. You know, fatherless homes are, I mean, the odds are so stacked against a kid in a fatherless home. Like, I don't know the stats or anything off the top of my head, but you obviously can see, I mean, you can see with your eyes what happens with that and all that.
He's my everything in a fight.
Yeah, man, we got to get it turned around.
He's my everything.
Yeah.
And that's when I, seeing those kids and that, and I just thought, this is not right at all. They have a dad.
Were some of those kids in the videos your son's age?
I don't know if they might have been, or I don't know.
They look in that same age bracket?
Yeah.
How old's your son?
He's 3.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure that, I'm sure seeing those toddlers, you can think like this could easily be my kid if I don't do the right things.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, so that was, it's just a reality of, I have to try. I can't get into that. I needed to, get out of this. And so
right.
I signed up for those classes too, to try and help me get through this.
Did you sign up for those classes because of this type of stuff?
Well, that in my was to the point where I didn't want to live.
Yeah, of course.
And I just, when I'm at that low, that's when stuff like that, happens.
Yeah. Besides being a Jaguars fan, what do you in life? Like, what do you think? What do you think causes it?
There's a lot. This last few years, it's been the chronic fatigue and the chronic pain.
Basically, not having your same physical ability as you had. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, there was my mom was telling me this the other day, but there was I don't think she knew him, but there was a chef where she lives that he ended up getting, I mean, he was like, no Gordon Ramsay, but he was pretty damn good. And he ended up getting MS, like that's, and he couldn't do what he loved anymore. And he was just kind of, deteriorating. And then he just ended up killing himself because of it. So I can, I'm not encouraging you to do that or anything, but I'm saying I understand, but we still, you can't be a victim of circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, there's always going to be someone better off than you. There's always going to be someone worse off, and you got to understand. I mean, you're in, a first world country. You have that going for you. You have the leisure and the luxury of watching the Jaguars suck every Sunday. Most people don't even have TV, so you know what I'm saying. But when these idiots would trade with you, what were they asking for in return? Like, I know it was child. What ages do you think they would request the most, or what did it even like? How'd that kind of go?
I don't know what they they would send and then ask or receive.
Okay.
So I don't think it was, the direct.
Right. Would you say it was pretty implied what they wanted?
I'd say,
okay.
I mean, for the most part, it was just, that they had and then wanted to trade, send back and forth. So.
What symbols would you see, or were there any symbols that would indicate like that they're into that young stuff? Like what symbols, if any?
I don't think there'd be symbols.
Or like emojis, or.
I don't know. Trying to help you out here. So.
No, I understand.
Yeah, I don't know if there'd be any emojis. If You know, some of them would have on their profile though it looks like this they're sweating, you know.
Sweating?
Like the
like that emoji where they're like
face almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You,
I'd see that, or if they would message you.
Are you a Roblox fanatic? Microsoft Rewards has a brand new way for you to earn.
Okay, interesting.
It's something to look for.
It's one I've never actually heard. Okay, well, so is this like done, like this like some secret laptop you had to do this crap on, or
No, just on my phone.
on your main phone you would do this?
Yeah.
Your wife never found out?
No.
Damn, man, dude, she has a lot of trust in you, bro. You really, it's almost, I'd say, I mean, I'm not going to tell her, obviously, but it's almost like worse she didn't find out, because it shows that, I'm not trying to pile on you here, but it really shows that she had so much trust in you that she never even found out about something that would, you know, you see my license plate right there, right? Like, I found out about that all the way from over there. You know what I'm saying? And like, she's in the house, so you didn't find out. So, dude, she has, telling you, Jason, she has a lot of trust in you, okay? And you got to be more mature than that. I mean, there's really just no other way to put it. You have to, you got to take, I mean, you can't, you know, I understand the dominant role playing, but you got to live a dominant life, man. And I'm not saying, you know, slap random women or anything, but you got to take control of your own emotions and your own urges, because how are you going to be dominant to anything if you can't control your own self, you know? So,
you know, that's, like I said, it's an ugly world.
yeah.
And it's just, like I said, when it all hit me, and at that moment, and that's when I was like, this went too far, I got to do better in life. I have my family I have to take care of.
Right. God, I could use some fried pickles. I'm starving. God damn, I got to stop. See, I got to control eating that. But there you go. I see. So when we trade on session, like how does that typically work? Like what's the, say you have the session app open, like I just want to kind of understand the perspective. Like what do you press? Like how does it kind of go?
So you add their ID.
Okay.
And then you go in and it's just like regular.
Yeah. So when you send something, you just kind of open up your phone gallery and just click something and just,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So that means that I guess what was it? I guess there was some stuff saving your phone somehow then too. Is that what? Okay.
Yeah, that stuff. I got rid of everything. Like I said, after that hotel thing, I can't be doing this.
Right. So realistically, yeah, first car she can go down the road this whole time. You live in a very, very quiet area, man. You know, I'm originally from Houston, so it's like, you know, there's no rest. Very, very, not New York City busy, but busy. So how big did our collection get of child? Like how many images and videos do you think were on your phone at I guess the lowest point?
Probably 7 or 8.
Okay, so it was never too crazy.
No, I didn't have whatever that lady sent me. So
okay,
and trade back and forth. But then,
are those the only things you saved?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess what made you save those but not want to save all the other crap that people sent you?
Well, I guess that's like the only things that I remember them sending.
Okay.
I don't know if there was anything else that was ever sent to me.
Well, you mentioned she sent like pictures, videos, all that. But you said they've all sent mega links of, because if we've talked about seeing multiple toddler videos, a lot of teen videos, that's more than 7 or 8 that someone sent you. I
mean, I didn't go into the mega links or anything like that.
Right.
But I did just from what that lady sent me the first time, and that's what I had.
Okay.
And then
So some of those videos were toddler stuff.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Got it.
I think there was one, maybe one or two, maybe, but the rest of them I think were, middle-aged or teens.
Sure. So like 15, 16?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how many, the people that sent you mega links, you mentioned they would send it on Kick. Did they send it on Session too, these people sending mega links?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many people, oh, go ahead.
Oh, so they would ask you to pay for it.
Oh,
And
okay.
so that's why
Sure. How many people converse with you on sessions? If you had to give me an estimate, because I'd try to want to go back and try to talk to them myself and kind of see what we can get out of them. But like, what would how many people do you think hit you up on sessions to trade or to do any of that crap?
I don't know, 20 or 20, I'd say.
20. Okay. Oh God. Okay. Usually it'd be more. I mean, I'm not doubting you, but to some people it's just 24/7. They're on that. You know, 20 is not bad. What percentage of them do you think sent you videos and pictures?
I don't know. I don't know. Some of them, a lot of them it was just a role play.
Okay.
We would role play and talk. That was it.
Sure.
I don't know.
Well, because I'm only. Oh, go ahead.
Maybe quarter.
Okay, so 5 might have sent some CP your way.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure out where it comes into the equation of you also sending that to other people. Like, who were those people you sent it to?
Well, there was just the people that would start role playing with.
Okay, so they would ask for whatever video or imply they want it. No, okay, I got you. Do you have an iPhone or Android?
Android.
Okay. Yeah, Androids are not the most secure phones, I'm sure, as you know.
Yeah.
Did you keep those videos in like a hidden folder, or was it just lately on your gallery, or like how did we?
Yeah, just some gallery.
Really, man, your wife really trusts you, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude, I don't even keep my girlfriend's on in my gallery. I mean, I at least got a hidden folder for them. Jeez Louise, man, you got ballsy.
Yeah, it was not smart.
No.
Like I said, after that hotel stuff, I deleted it all. I didn't want to get back. Like I said, it was like the thing that hit me. You know,
Yeah.
That said, you need to do better. And
Yeah.
that's why I had to get out of that.
Right. So I got to ask, you know, in the messages we kind of talked about getting with this 11-year-old girl in these messages here. You remember that being talked about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just as a role play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who did you say it was in the messages?
I don't know if I said it was a neighbor or something, but yeah, it was just part of the role play. Got it.
And you know, I do believe that is role play actually, but obviously, you know, all role play comes from something. Like, you know, if I have a thing for, you know, big Latina, then, you know, I've seen big Latina somewhere, right? So, I'm not asserting or implying anything, but which neighbor were we thinking about when we just said that? Like, I'm not saying you did anything with her, but like there was somebody that you thought of, obviously. Like, who was that?
It wasn't nobody. It was just part of a role play. Like, that's why I just picked. It'd be a neighbor.
Okay. Any girl in mind that you just kind of thought of?
No, it was just part of kind of. Because she said she liked it too, so that's why. Yeah, I just part of a role play, the neighbor type thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't anyone that particular.
Right.
But yeah, the only girl that I've only been with under the age was
that one
girl.
chick, 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
They're not coming. The detective was even like talking to the dispatch lady. Said they're not coming. They want us to meet at the station.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna like talk to him for a couple more minutes and just like, you know, wrap it up.
Yeah.
Can you give me my phone?
Families across Florida trust Digital Academy of Florida with their child's education. And it's easy to see why. Our tuition-free online public school.
Well, I do have your phone number. I do have your phone number. I do want to stay in touch, man. If need be.
Well, I mean, I can help you guys out too.
Dude, I think that'd be great. I think that would be a great.
I mean, I don't want to get into that.
No, I'm not going to ask you to do that, but no, I think.
If I see anything.
Yeah, I'll be back home in like a couple weeks, but yeah, I'll definitely, you know, I don't think this should be the end here. So, it was truly a pleasure meeting you, and yeah, whatever you want to fill your wife, and I'm sure she can ask you questions. That's totally on you. It's not my role to do that, but
I'll be honest, just so everybody know where I was going through.
Sure, man.
I just, like I said, that's my important part in my life is my family, and that's something I have to be back with.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you still on the registry?
I should be. I don't.
When's the last time you like checked in and took the pic?
I don't know.
They don't make you register every year? They don't make you like go in and just take my mug shot? Or... Oh, all right, well, got it. All right, well, anyway, Jason, yeah, man, pleasure meeting you. Just, yeah, like I said, I wish you the best. And, yeah, I guess before we leave here, I got to ask, because obviously we can revisit this now since, you know, I'm not not the boogeyman or anything. How many of these people have role played online with you saying that I'm like underage and whatever? Or has it been like a lot, just honestly, or?
Yeah, you know, they would say they're younger, as the role player. This is a big community, and it's,
All right, I guess a better question, because I know it's been a ton probably, realistically. What year do you think that started for you, the role-playing stuff?
in the last year.
Okay.
So it was, I mean, I started back in 2010. That's when I first learned about it.
But you picked it up again last year. Okay.
Yeah.
What app primarily have people role played with you on, or said that I'm underage on, and all that stuff?
On the Kick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So realistically, are these people that are role playing, like, are y'all exchanging back and forth? Is that kind of how it goes too sometimes?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't take pics of it, but yeah. But it's more of a role playing text.
Okay.
But they'll send pictures on that too.
Okay. How young do you think the pictures go when they've sent stuff like that? Like in that context?
Oh, I mean, it would be of them. So, I mean, a lot of them are adults.
What percentage do you think were underage?
Just area that I know of.
Okay. Did they all clarify they were adults, the other ones, or did some of them just straight on keep up the underage thing for the whole time?
They were adults. They said it, and then they would say they were younger.
Okay. Got it. Well, all right. Well, yeah, just, stay up, keep your head up, man.
That's, like I said, it was a reality check. And like I said,
Much needed, I think.
It is. And like I said, I want to be honest with you as much as I can to help you guys if you need it.
Yeah, I have your number. If anything pops up, I'll let you know, or vice versa, man. Number I texted you from is one you can reach me at, but I'll give you my real number here one of these days. But, you know, you take care, Jason.
Yep.
All right. Dude, it's so frustrating. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, I was phoning out with dispatch, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm talking to the detective right now." He said,
We're not coming.
"For safety, we're not gonna come out."
Oh, dude. Well, you know why? It's because this catcher was here and was like people, so that's why they don't want to come out to this. Because there is a catcher here that's in prison right now.
Oh, that was here?
Mm-hmm.
Want to break into cybersecurity but don't have experience? The Google Cybersecurity Certificate uses real-world scenarios to.
What's up? We're just doing an outro right now for our YouTube channel.
You what?
We're just filming the cops right now for our YouTube channel. We just need like police presence in it. Yeah, it's YouTube TOS. All right, guys, be sure to join up on Locals in the pinned comment. Over 100 videos, early and uncensored. We're turning in our stuff to Rochester PD. Unfortunately, and you know, when people are like, "Oh, but Alex, why do you talk about some other catchers? Because everybody's just trying to do the right thing here." Well, they didn't show up for this offender who was easily had CP in his chats. They did not show up for him. Who was saving videos of toddlers, you know, saying some of the most grotesque chats you could ever have, booking a hotel for a 13-year-old girl. They did not show up for him because of this right here. There was this predator catcher, kind of did it like DAP does in Rochester. It was named Rochester Catcher, and unfortunately, well, I mean, not like I care about the well-being of, you know, certain people, but he would beat up the people he catches and not do it the right way, not even care to turn it in. And now the cops didn't want to show up because this is the reputation of catchers here in Rochester, Minnesota. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they'll arrest this dude. I mean, it's a very easy case, but yeah, this is what happens. So, Locals in the pinned comment. We do it the right way. We travel nationwide, travel the most catch thickest. Police presence. I mean, this says police on it, right?
It does.
So would you say that's police presence in this video?
I guess so.
Would you say it's YouTube compliant?
No.
No,
No, it doesn't say.
No, but it does. All right, we're at the police station. Does that say police right there?
Yes.
Okay, and police, so is that a badge?
It looks like it.
So is it fair to say that's law enforcement presence in the video?
It says 911.
Yep, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. So, yes, sir, we're here to turn this in right here, okay? We're turning in evidence of a potential crime that was committed, and we are doing it with the police right here, okay? Just let me know when that gets to like a minute and 10 seconds so we can just make sure it's in the video. Oh, does it say police headquarters right there?
It does.
So that's in this video though, right? So is that not police presence?
Oh, there's another one over there.
Really? Let's go look at it. Wow. Look at all the police presence right there. I mean, that's law enforcement, isn't it? And would you say cops are part of law enforcement? Oh, they're not?
Oh,
do you work for YouTube? I'd say cops are part of law enforcement.
Yeah,
okay,
I do.
Two to one.
Yeah.
2 to 1. So therefore that's law enforcement presence. That's in line with YouTube's TOS. So anyway, please sub to Rumble and join us on Local so we don't have to do this ridiculous stuff anymore. I'm sick of using this platform. My God, sub to Rumble in the pinned comment. We're gonna go turn it in actually now. Wow. Zoom in on it. Rafilos, guys. Are those all law enforcement officers? And they're in the video?
yep.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Remember, we gotta put them in the video. What about this for these like police badges?
I think so.
These are fines.
Wow. Okay, for you. Okay. The cop companies feel really good. We've done around the country posing as like minors online, and online message us from across the country. We're from Houston, but we just travel all over doing this. And there was an individual by the name of messaging us, who we believe to be a 13-year-old girl. He said he wants to have sex with her and have fun with her and her friend and get a hotel room. He never followed through with that, but he was just buried in the messages. And he said he's talked to other minors online before, and he said that he's on this app called Telegram where he's receiving links to what seemed to be buying pictures of minors and stuff like that. But that's all he would say about Telegram. But we interviewed him at his home, and he admitted to sending all of these messages that were like sexual in nature to his this kid. And yeah, we just want to try and know if you don't do anything about it.
If you want to get ad-free access to our rawest, unedited, and uncensored catches, exclusive live streams, and behind-the-scenes phone calls, join our locals for the low price of just $10 a month. And don't forget to get yourself something new like our exclusive Air Gordon t-shirt, only on PredatorPoachers.com.
I'm going to talk about how I learned data analytics.
Meet 48-year-old John. He may look like your average, honest, middle-aged divorced male on the outside, but behind closed doors, John partakes in some things that may shock you. What am I talking about specifically? Well, earlier in March of this year, John came to a Walmart supercenter to get a cupcake, if you know what I mean. Now, obviously, this is some highly illegal activity, so we made sure to involve law enforcement every step of the way. John was a very interesting character. In fact, he was one of the most careful individuals that we've caught to date. He was a tough fish to catch, I'll give him that. The conversation with the decoy started on the Facebook dating app, then went over to the Facebook messaging app, and then went to texting, and at some point, John requested that the decoy create a new Snapchat account and give him the login info so that when they chatted back and forth, he can make sure that every message was deleted. He really went through great lengths to cover up his tracks. As mentioned before, this whole ordeal took place earlier this year, and it's just now being shown publicly. But it's actually been uploaded on my locals page for the last 6 months. Don't be late to the party again. Head on over to skeetergene.locals.com to gain access to early, exclusive content.
I want you, as soon as I walk through the door, you to suck my d. All right, Lily, you gotta be ready. As soon as he walks through the door. As soon as he walks in, tell him to take his pants off. When we hear like the belt shingles, that's when we'll come out.
Okay. You want to drop your pants?
Want to drop yours?
No, you first. I want to see what I'm working with.
Right now, it's asleep.
Oh, it's asleep? Oh, wow. Small.
Do you here to rock out with your cock out, or why don't you have a seat right there for me, sir? You ask her if she's shaving that.
No.
Okay.
I'm confused though, because like when you first walked in, was your pants falling? Because like you were bucking. Oh, they were falling.
They're falling. Okay.
I mean, you have plenty of time from the Uber to the door, so like how they just.
This is the individual you reported.
Come on, sir.
Becoming a supporter on Locals really goes a long way in helping us take down these bad guys, so I highly encourage you to do so. To the people who know John personally, he's probably a great guy. You know, hard-working individual in the chemical plant, probably a loving father and uncle. So you just gotta wonder, what on God's green earth would possess a man to go and do such a thing? Go meet up with cupcakes, get cupcakes. It's really mind-boggling. But the truth is, only John can really tell his story, so let's go ahead and get into the interaction. What up, boys? It's your boy Skeet Hansen back at it again. We're outside this Walmart right now, waiting on a potential predator. He's been very careful, but here he is. We got a big hoss here. Big boy, big fish in the water. His name is John. Got a lot of stuff on this guy. He hasn't gotten too sexual with the decoy. He won't say exactly what he wants to do, but he has hinted at things. And they matched on Facebook dating. He's 48 years old. As you can see here, a couple pictures of his Facebook profile. And right here, he's holding looks like a newborn, but I don't think that's his. I don't think he's a dad. But just look at the monstrous look in his face. That is what nightmares are made of. And then he's holding this little. So we gotta wonder whose that is. He looks like he's a lab tech at. Not sure what that is. Might have to ask him about that because he'll be losing that job pretty soon here. Oh, Chet just pulled up here. Security. How's it going? Yeah, he's been here.
He's been here?
Yeah, he was like.
I came prepared.
What's that?
I have to break my fast iftar.
Oh, hell yeah. There you go, dude. He's only hinted at the fact that he wants to hook up with the girl. John is, he's here in the parking lot right now. He's been waiting. He thinks the girl's going to be in here at 8 p.m. As you can see, it's 7:52, 30 degrees. Pretty cold out today.
Pretty brisk.
Yeah. But we're going to see what John is all about in just a minute here. I have a few questions for John here. That beat up, that busted up one that just pulled in here, that could be him.
Hey.
Hey, I just saw this beat up looking Ford Taurus that pulled in here. It might be him. So he's asking what door to go in?
He asked what door I entered.
Oh, what door you entered? Just the left, the grocery entrance, and then you went to shoes. This guy waddling in right now?
Oh yeah, black hoodie?
Yeah. Blue jeans, right?
Yeah, they're blue jeans, black hoodie.
Yeah.
You wanna go? You coming on the right side?
Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna tell her I think I see him. We'll just wait. Like, give him a couple minutes to get in there. Okay, she's gonna call him. Yeah, that guy, he was a heavy set blue jeans, so that
black hoodie.
Yeah, I think that's him. She said go buy shoes. Let's go.
Are you at risk of potentially severe illness from certain respiratory diseases?
Are you at risk for certain illnesses?
I am, actually. All right, head on a swivel. This could be him right down here, maybe. It's him. Excuse me, sir. Hi, I'm with the Predatorial Investigation Unit. Would you be John?
Yes, I am
John. What brings you to the store today?
I was meeting someone that I met online.
Okay.
She said that I met her on Facebook dating.
Okay.
She said that she was.
Yes. That's what she told you?
That's what it said on Facebook dating.
Okay. What did she tell you, though?
Yeah, I'm going to show you.
Okay. How long you been talking to her?
Just a couple days.
Okay. And what's her name? Uh-huh. Yeah, that would be her profile. Well, how old did she tell you she was?
She did say she was younger, but I wasn't sure. That's why.
How young did she say that she was?
That's why I wanted to just meet and find out.
Meet and find out how old she was?
Yes, because
okay.
she was
Right.
and everything, but
You thought she might have been lying about being.
yes, I wasn't
Okay.
sure.
What would make you think that she's lying?
Do you mind taking your hand out of your pocket?
Oh, yeah.
Please, sir.
But just sometimes people do that.
People lie sometimes. Do you want to step over the aisle so we're not blocking the aisle? John, just have a few questions here.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So, why would she lie about being? Why do you think she would do that?
I don't know.
Okay. You were being awfully careful before you got up here.
Yeah, well, because I wasn't sure and everything.
You weren't sure, but you thought she was, right?
Well, like I said, I wasn't sure. That's why
You just weren't sure. Just trying to be cautious and
yes, because
make sure she's home alone and to
Well,
share a
no,
location.
Well, because I wanted to see if she was going to be here and everything, and see if she was in fact.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the first thing you were going to do if you saw her here?
I was just going to talk to her.
Just talk.
Yes, and
Okay.
from the text message, as I was telling her, I just wanted to talk to her and everything, just get to know her.
Yeah.
She said she was looking for a boyfriend.
Right.
And I told her that I was on that app, looking, I'm a single guy,
Right.
looking to hook up with girls
Sure.
and everything like that.
And you expressed that to her as well.
Yes, but again.
So that's what you were. Is that what you were looking for?
Not with her tonight.
Just not
Like
with
I said,
her.
I wanted to find out how old she actually was. And
Okay.
everything because, again.
Okay. So what about when you said that you love girls in panties? And that you like sexting?
Yes, I did say that.
Okay, why'd you say that to her though? If you weren't planning on doing that?
Well, we were just talking, finding out like if she was, if that's something that would be, on the table.
Okay, I gotcha. So I gotta ask. So your plan was you were just gonna talk to her, if she had been.
Yes, if that was it, then I was going to, just say that, not interested. But like I said, she
Okay.
was
Sure.
and everything because.
Okay. Okay. So why were you pressing her about pictures of her panties?
Because my thought was that if she was of age and everything, that she would do that and everything like that.
And
if
when
she wasn't, then
and after the third time she told you she was, your thoughts were.
Well, like I said, I still didn't know.
You still didn't. You still
That's
thought
why
she
I
might have been.
wanted to, find out.
Okay. So if you did get a picture of her in her panties, that would have then clarified it for you?
To me, that would have, they would maybe think that she was, in fact, older.
You think she was older? Okay. Yeah. So you were trying to get her to admit that she is older? Because you thought she was older?
That's what I was just trying to do, because I wasn't sure for sure.
Now, in what world do people lie and say they're younger than they actually are, John? I've seen instances where people will lie and say that they'll lie and say that they're older. Well, why would she be and then be lying and saying she's why would anyone do that?
I don't know why people do anything like that.
I wonder why you're doing what you're here doing today.
Because, like I said, if she was and everything, I was looking to meet her.
Okay. You ask her, hey, if she's ever done things with a boy before. What kind of things were you talking about?
Just the kissing, anything. Like
Okay.
I said, just trying to find, get to know.
But if you thought she was, I just don't understand why you're being so cautious. Because first you matched with her on Facebook Dating, then it went to Facebook Messenger, then you made a Text Now account. You talked to her on there.
I had that.
Oh, you already had that?
Yes.
And then you want to talk to her on there, and then you only at some point wanted to talk on Snapchat.
Yes, because...
So that everything was deleted.
Well, no, I just wasn't sure.
Well, that's what you said, to keep you safe. You said it's safer.
Yes.
But why is it safer? If she's...
Well, because she kept saying that she didn't want to get in trouble, so that's what I was saying.
But she was saying that she wanted to stay on the texting app. You were saying you want to talk on Snapchat, so it's safer for you.
Yes.
Okay.
Because, like I said, because again, at that point we were just texting.
Yeah.
And everything like that.
Right. And you don't want there being evidence that you were talking to her.
If in fact she was.
Oh, so you were just covering up your tracks, just in case.
I mean, because again.
Yeah. I mean, all you're doing here, John, is like you're asking her a lot of inappropriate questions.
Could we continue this possibly in private somewhere?
Oh, well, we're in business about as private as it gets, the card aisle in Walmart. And John, how old are you?
I am 48.
48.
Yeah.
And do you have an idea?
I do.
You do? You have it on you?
Yeah.
Is it okay if I take a look at it? Thank You want to just get documentation of that, John?
Yeah.
We'll get that right back to you.
We're going to be right back with your regularly scheduled dose of Predator Pasta. But first, a quick word from today's video sponsor, Aura. You know, it's always a strange feeling when you Google your own name and find all of your personal information plastered all over the internet. I did a quick Google search on my name recently and found that many data broker sites had all of my information listed, from my phone number to my home address, for anyone to see. It's unsettling to think that this information, being so readily available online, could potentially put me at risk for fraud, especially considering that I've dealt with fraud in the past. That's why I now use Aura. Aura is an all-in-one solution that helps protect your identity and keep your personal information safe. Aura reaches out to data brokers on your behalf to remove your information from their sites. It's a huge relief to know that I can take back control of my privacy and reduce the risk of falling victim to fraud. Plus, Aura offers more than just data broker removal. With features like identity and credit monitoring, a password manager, antivirus protection, and a VPN. Aura's got your back when it comes to staying safe online. And the best part is you can get all of these services in one convenient package at an affordable price. If you're like me and you value your privacy, I highly recommend giving Aura a try. Just head on over to aura.com/skeeter to start your 2-week free trial. The link will be in the description below.
But even so, you're 48. Don't you think it's a little odd for a 48-year-old man to hang out or even talk with a...
Well, yes, if she was, yes, but like,
right,
if she was,
okay,
and everything like that. I'm recently divorced, lonely, so
yeah. How recent was the divorce?
April.
Okay, this last year?
Yes.
Okay, pretty recent.
Yes.
Do you have?
Yes, I do.
How old?
I have an adopted son that is,
okay,
and a biological son that is, he's going to be 28 this year.
Okay. So say you had a son, how would you feel if, I guess a 48-year-old man was talking online and with him and meeting up with him?
Yeah, no, I completely understand.
So you see how it looks?
Yes, I do.
Right. So I got to ask, John, what makes it okay for you to do this then?
Because again, like I said, I was just coming up here to verify it.
That. So you couldn't trust what she was saying?
Well, because I kept asking her why she was on there,
yeah,
and things like that.
Right.
And
so her saying she was in middle school didn't make you realize that she was.
Say that she was in middle school. She did say
so
her
she was going into high school, and then she said her age.
Okay, I must have missed. Okay. I do apologize. She said she was doing online schooling.
You didn't miss the part where you asked her if she ever touches herself. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we're doing pizza. When you asked her if she'd ever touched herself, why'd you need to know that?
Yeah. I was just curious because again, if she was.
Okay, so it sounds like that's going to be your answer for everything. Well, just curious if she had.
Yeah. Again,
okay.
I'm obviously wrong.
Well, I would say so. For coming to meet you ask her if she's a virgin as well.
Yes, because I was a virgin until I
was of course. 19. Yeah, sure. That was just part of the curiosity thing.
Yeah.
You know, John, curiosity killed the cat.
Yes. So I guess in my
maybe you should have just trusted her. Well, we're going to get to that in a minute, but maybe you should have just trusted that she was.
You're right.
She was.
You're right.
Because that's what she told you.
You're right. I should have.
And you should have just let it be like that. So if you knew she was, then I have to ask, where would it have gone?
Yeah, like I said, nowhere.
Wanted to talk to her at all?
No, I knew I would have completely ended it because, like I said, I was on Facebook dating, looking for female to.
And the other night you were out for St. Patty's Day, was it? Or
yes, I was out for St. Patty's.
And you were out with a friend.
Yes.
You sent her a selfie of you with that friend.
Yes, I
and then you deleted it after some point. How old did you told that friend about her, that you were talking to a girl?
I told her that she was.
After she told you she was. Did you think to mention that? Hey, she mentioned she was, but I'm still trying to kind of see about it.
We were drinking and everything.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't St. Patrick's Day. We were out on Saturday.
The day before.
Yes.
Okay, but I would think if you told him that, don't you think he might think that's a little odd?
Yes, he would.
For you to say, well, it says, but she told me.
What do you think he would have?
I probably should have said something to him, and he probably would have talked me out.
So
it was not wise on my part.
Don't you think it's a little strange, to say the least?
Well, because again, like I said, I guess more than anything, I was hoping that she was.
You were hoping, yeah. But you didn't believe what she was telling you. And when she was asking what you wanted to do, at some point you keep begging for things. You say, "I'm jerking now. That's why I wanted pics." So what were you jerking when you said that?
I think we know.
Enlighten me, please.
Like I said, I think if I'm in trouble, I'll talk to my lawyer.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to ask you a few questions. I think I know what you meant when you said that, and then you sent the eggplant emoji to her. And we all know what that's usually associated with.
All right, so should I call my lawyer?
If you want, you can do whatever you want, John. It's really just not a good look, and then the whole thing on Snapchat is just...
I understand it's not a good look.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you want to continue this in private, if I'm in trouble, I would like to...
So do you want to just walk down there a little bit, so no one can hear?
No, I'm just saying that I would prefer that.
I gotcha. Okay. And you're a lab tech, is it?
Yeah.
How long have you been working there?
I've been there 28 years.
Okay.
I think 29 this year. Started in 94.
Okay. What do you think they would think of you coming here to do this?
I could only imagine.
Yeah. What about the mother of your children? What do you think she would think?
Well, I mean, the mother of my children already has a bad opinion of me. That's why we're divorced.
Yeah.
So, yes, I understand. I understand exactly what you're saying.
Right.
And completely wrong.
Gotcha. Now, John, you understand why what you're saying is a little hard for me to believe.
I do. I understand, and I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to say for yourself here?
Like I said, I know that you don't believe me, and they're not going to believe me, but... Like
it's just hard.
Just coming up here because I was really hoping that she was, in fact.
You were hoping she was? Okay. That's your story, and you're sticking to it?
Yes.
Okay.
48 years old.
Yeah. You're newly divorced. I get it.
In the prime of dating when I was in my 20s and things like that.
Right. Things are different now.
Tinder, we can have Snapchat.
Yeah.
Things like that. We had cell phones, but they were flip phones.
Yeah, right. Flip phones and burners.
Cameras, so everything.
All that. Yeah.
So I made a mistake. And everything.
For sure.
I, definitely would be more careful about,
I got you.
In fact, get more information, and if there is any kind of red flags and everything like that, just stop.
Yeah. What more information did you need from this girl, though?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
To say that she wasn't.
Again, in hindsight, yes. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so going forward,
yes,
you would.
If I see any red flags.
If they say, "Hey, I'm," at that point, you're going to say, "Oh, I probably shouldn't talk to this person."
Just completely end it. Yes.
Yeah. So it took you coming to a Walmart to meet someone and this happening for you to realize that?
Some people are hard to...
Right, a little. Yeah, I hear you.
And like
you just had to learn from experience.
Yeah.
Some people are like that.
And I'm, completely embarrassed by this. And, it's something that I won't do again. And,
Okay, I hope not, John.
There is consequences, obviously, I take responsibility for that.
Okay.
That's what I'm asking.
Okay. Yeah, this isn't something that you just sweep under the rug.
No, I
John, this is serious.
I completely understand.
Yeah. I just want to know, why were you so adamant, I guess, on the picture of her mom? You wanted her to send a picture of her mom.
Well, one, because I wanted to see if it was someone that I knew.
Oh, you see if maybe you know her mom. Maybe see if you went to high school with her.
Something like
that. Okay, because you didn't mention that. So.
Well, because I used to live out this way.
Okay, so you thought you might just mutually know her mom.
Yes, I used to live.
Okay. So were you hoping her mom would be here with her?
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. It just seems like you're going through drastic lengths to be careful and make sure that that she's actually who she. like she says she is.
Because in fact, if she was,
okay,
you know, I did not want to get in trouble. That's why I was trying to be careful about.
If you didn't want to get in trouble, why not just stop talking to her, John?
Because again, I was hoping she was not.
I see.
Because I mean, this is the thing. I mean, I know looking at myself. I'm not. I know what I am.
What are you?
I'm an old, overweight man and everything, and you know.
Well, sure. That's not to say you can't date an adult.
Well, I know
find another adult.
That's what I'm saying, but it's like you get attention from someone that is attractive.
Yeah.
And you hope that it's real.
Right.
You know, so even when they say things like that, and you know better, you're like,
okay,
well, maybe it is in fact.
You did know better because you said you could get in trouble and go to prison.
Well, yes, if she was. That's why I was trying to verify.
So you were just curious.
Well, like I said, I wanted to meet her in person to find out.
Right.
In fact, she was. That's why I said just talk. I wanted to find out. She
I gotcha. So was this coming to find out worth possibly going to prison for?
No, it was not.
No, I don't think so.
You know, and again,
doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of, you know, the scale is pretty one-sided there.
It's
you know,
definitely not worth the risk.
You know, it's like just cut her off, don't talk to her, or risk it, and see if she's and possibly go to prison.
Yeah, no,
it's like
like I said, it's not
it just
worth
outweighs it. Yeah,
yeah.
That's why, because I mean that thought went through your head, so it's just hard for me to believe that you still thought that she could have been.
Well,
you know,
like I said,
and you were very scared to come in here. Well, you came in and out a couple times, right?
No, I came in one time.
One time and then okay.
And then went back out.
Okay. Okay. You even asked if you dated her mom, if she would do things with you. If you then you proposed the idea of you being her stepdad.
Yeah, I did that in a joking way.
In a joking way. I mean, right there, you're acknowledging that she's, you know, because you even said that.
Because even if she was.
Sure.
Because again, I have a stepson.
Yeah.
That is 24.
I see. Okay. But you proposed the idea of you know, dating her mom to get with her, though. It's just a little concerning, John. Just being that she told you the age that she was.
No, again, you're right. As soon as I saw that, I should have.
Yeah.
It should have been a big enough red flag.
Yeah. Probably, John. Probably. Well, John, I mean, what do you think should happen to you for this?
I'm not sure. Like you said, I understand it's serious, and I understand some of those things that, like, just me saying that I won't do it again. You know.
Yeah. I've been in this business a long time, John. You know, I've talked to many individuals who are doing the same thing you are, and more times than not, them just saying that they're not going to do it again, it's just hard to believe and hard to trust.
Well, I understand exactly what you're saying, but the one thing I can tell you is that what I feel right now and everything, the embarrassment and everything, I don't want to feel again.
I would hope not, John. This is a bad thing.
So, like I said, and I understand that, you know, me just saying that, you know, you don't believe or whatever, but I'm telling you the truth.
It's hard to believe, John. And I got to ask, the newborn in this photo, who's that?
That is, that's my grandson that I ended up adopting.
You have an adopted grandson?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the thing. It's like, you see this one aspect and everything, and I understand it's a horrible aspect.
Yeah.
This is not the totality of who I am.
It's not the totality of who you are?
Yes.
Who are you, John?
I'm a single guy, I'm lonely, and for the most part, you know, I am a decent person.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Well, John, if that's all you have to say, then I just had to let you know that I'm Skeet Hansen with the Predatorial Investigation Unit. We're doing an online series about adults who try to meet up with online for sex, and you've just been skeeted in 4K. If there's anything else you have to say, we'd love to hear it.
Nothing I can say.
Okay.
Well, I guess the officers here would like to have a word with you. Okay, John.
Hey, sir. Pretty good. So what's going on?
Hi. We basically run this sort of online sting operation, catching online predators. I have a whole chat log here. This gentleman here had a bit of a sexually charged conversation with whom we believe to be a he's here in this Walmart today to meet her.
Okay.
And we just had a little interview with the individual and figured we'd call you guys up here, hand over the evidence and all that good stuff. So that's kind of where we're at.
So you have a copy of the conversation?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's all here. You can look through it. If you want, you can take these with you. Whatever you want to do, there they are.
This is all through Facebook?
It went from Facebook dating to Facebook Messenger to a texting app to Snapchat. He was being extremely careful with what he was doing.
Who's this talking to him? Who's playing?
It's our adult decoy. It was actually me behind the messages using the decoy profile.
So was this you talking, or was this actually
it was me talking, yeah. And he thought he was talking.
Okay. Do you work for Walmart?
I don't work for Walmart. I used to back in the day, but they fired me ages ago, man.
Okay.
Yeah, they're rough. Predatory Investigation Unit. It's just our privately owned company.
Okay.
So there's pretty much there's he right here or something. She already knows that she's. That's her picture of her mom.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty weird. He was just trying to make sure it was real and it wasn't a setup, basically. He went through drastic lengths to do that.
How long have you guys been talking?
A few days, I would say, since last Friday, last Saturday, something like that.
Do you have a company name? Or?
Predatorial Investigation Unit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this all started on Friday?
Friday night or Saturday, one of those.
Yeah,
I gotta go back and make sure. I don't think he bothered to shower before he came.
No.
I don't think so.
We are going to pass this up to our detectives here, okay? So they're going to be reaching out to you. We have your phone number. So just be expecting some phone calls from them. We're not taking you to the station right now, but...
like, do you know, like, not what number, but like, you know what? Because I get a lot of spam calls and everything like that. So
If you don't answer, they'll leave you a voicemail.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
I always want to make sure Walmart doesn't want them trespass from out of here.
John, if I could just ask you one more thing. Before you came here, did you bother to shower, clean up at all?
No, I
just came from work.
Basically came from work. Well, I came from my house.
Okay.
Why?
I was just getting a bit of a whiff of the probably the after work scent that you.
Why we're gonna come?
A chemical. Okay, that explains it. That explains it. Okay.
So you're not in trouble.
What's the verdict?
They do want everybody trespass.
Just for today?
No, it'd be a year.
For a year?
Oh, for a year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I don't remember. I saw you at the Meyer in Canton a year ago.
Okay. I'm banned from that one too.
But yeah, they didn't want this going on in the store, so they would like you to leave for a year.
Okay.
But we'd have to go back to our patrol car to get that paperwork for you. It'd be the same thing as last year.
Okay, cool.
We'll hang out by the front. That way
All right.
we're not causing a scene with their
Okay.
not a problem.
All right. We'll see him in a year then.
Hey, but I've been seeing your videos though.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I was on the last one.
The last one?
That's me.
Which one?
The one in the Meyer in Canton.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, I just got banned from like all the Myers, so that's pretty fun.
They did a Meyer wide band on it?
Yeah, Meyer wide band. Yeah.
Well, this is nothing like that. This is
It's just this store in particular. That's fine. There's like 3 other Walmarts we can go to, so yeah, we're good. What's that?
I'm such a huge fan. Dude.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
Like, honestly, holy
Appreciate it.
Yes, you caught another.
Yeah, and got banned from Walmart all in one.
I know.
Hell yeah. Oh, it's alright. There's plenty of other Walmarts.
You mind if I take a picture, bro?
Hey, go for it, man.
Crazy, bro.
Honestly, I'm a little starstruck right now. Honestly, not for all the right reasons. I discovered you when I was in Chicago when you caught the ice cream shop guy. Thank you for what you're doing.
Hey, appreciate you guys.
It's amazing. Keep it up.
Hey, appreciate you, bro. You have a good one.
Bye, guys.
How's it going, man?
Everybody recognizes you.
Yeah.
We might be some celebrities.
All right.
Trespass notice.
Lovely trespass for a year. Okay. Cool.
Unless they rescind it. So.
Okay. Cool. Well, it was a good time. What about John? Is John trespassed too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's all I'm worried about. As long as it's even.
It's gotta be fair.
As long as they ban the predator and us, that's fine. All right, John's being served as a trespass order there. He has trespassed. I'm not sure what the reason is. Maybe for being a predator. What's
Hey, so yeah, I'm sure they said it. Told you guys, but for a year.
For a year.
Come back.
Okay. So what's like the reason on paper? Do they give just a disturbance
they're
or
a private company, right?
Yeah,
so
for
they can
sure.
trespass whoever they want.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
think they just didn't want the attention.
Yeah, it makes sense. I gotcha.
But yeah, if you guys come back, there's a chance that you get arrested.
Okay. Got it.
So.
Will not do.
Any questions?
Oh, that's it. We're good. Appreciate you guys coming out.
I'm using express checkout here. They can't catch me.
That's right. Hey, you'll be good, bro. You'll be
On
good.
camera,
Yeah.
All
right, guys. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the story of John. He really is a stand-up guy, isn't he? It's really concerning how careful he was being not to get caught. Luckily, he still got caught anyway, but it almost makes you wonder if he had done a thing like this before. To this day, I'm certain that John's baby mama has no knowledge of his actions that took place on this day, but when she inevitably finds out, I just wonder how she's going to react. Certainly don't hope that she'll take it lightly. To this day, we haven't heard anything back from the police, but they were made aware of John's actions, and he's definitely going to be on their radar. That's for sure. Either way, I think it's safe to say that John learned a valuable lesson on this day. And he also got banned from Walmart along with us, so that's one good thing, I guess. Did we deserve to be banned from Walmart as well as John? I'll let you decide in the comments. Well, that's all the time we're going to have for tonight. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode of Skeet of Predator. I've been your host, Skeet Hansen. Thank you, and good night.
I'm going to show you guys how my style went from this to this. All I had to do was fill out a style quiz. It asked me different things.
I mean, let's get to, we can get to I know that you want to love her and treat her good and all that sweet stuff, but it's 2024. I don't want my baby girl getting pregnant. I got pregnant when I was pretty young. Yeah, I don't want that for her, but also I know she's gonna do what she's gonna do anyway. I guess I want to know because I want her to be ready and I want her to, and she is on birth control, but yeah, tell me what you're thinking.
I've got a lot of mixed feelings towards it. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because
no reason to be nervous either. I'm a cool mom. I'm cool. I want her to be safe, so I just would much rather meet you and talk to you than her do it behind my back and end up with somebody that's not trustworthy. I mean, you seem pretty trustworthy.
Well, that's basically what I told her to start with. Is, hey, I want to talk to you and get to know you too. And
yeah, we chatted on the phone first. I mean, you don't seem like much of a phone talker. You didn't say
really
much on the phone, yeah.
You were gonna tell your mom about me.
I haven't told her yet. I haven't talked to her since I started talking to you.
Oh.
How long have you guys been talking now? I never had you ask that.
3 weeks? Yeah.
Okay. That's long enough to get to know each other.
We've been dating for 2.
Okay, so top 3 sexy things you want to do with my baby girl.
I really don't know.
And they don't have to be in the order of which I don't want you to think too hard for it. They have to be in a 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. But like 3 things, because like I think I already knows if mother like daughter. I think I already know her top 3 that she wants to do. What are your top 3?
We've talked about this.
I feel like you're being more shy than her. What's going on?
I'm a shy person.
Really? Oh, I wouldn't have guessed.
I don't know.
Yes, you do. You just drove an hour and a half. It's okay. I'm not like I'm.
Yeah, she
I'm
doesn't.
being totally
She doesn't
cool.
care.
Yeah, I'm like literally just trying to like. I'm just trying to like feel you out. That's all. There's no wrong answer.
I really don't know. If it was her being inexperienced in that.
She's not that.
No.
She's not that inexperienced. I've given her tips and tricks before, so that's why I'm just like I literally want to know if you're like gonna be like what's the word like sexually compatible with her, because I'm not gonna sign her up if it's not gonna be fun. Does that make sense?
I guess.
You're not a dud, are you? What do you want to are you like, do you want a 6? I think I remember she asked me, so she asked me if it felt good to get her licked, because I think you probably told her that, because she's never asked me that before.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that's something you said you wanted to do?
Yeah.
So would that be on that list?
Yeah.
Okay, why was that so hard? That's what I'm saying, we're just having an open conversation. Yeah, so I remember her asking me, like, yeah, heck yeah, it feels good. So she's like, well, should I do it? I'm like, well, I'm asking if he's good at it, you know? So are you good at that?
I think so.
Yeah? Have you ever had any bad report backs?
No.
No?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I think he'll do a good job. Okay.
I'm a cuddly, lovemaking type person. I'm not into like hardcore sex or anything like that. Or...
I thought you were going to say cream pies. No?
Nope.
No. I call her my little cream pie.
Mom.
She hates it, so embarrassing, whatever, but I was on birth control when I got pregnant for her. That's why I still would like for you guys to wear condoms. Are you cool with that?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, because it's so expensive, and I already work enough. I do not want to be working more to take care of another one, you know?
Yeah, I know the expense. 'Cause I've got 6 already, and I really don't want any more.
You have 6 children?
Yes.
Whoa, how old are they?
1 second. My oldest, they're 18 and a half.
Okay.
And my youngest just turned 6.
Captain, there are still 9 orders that need your approval.
All right, I'll get to it soon.
You said the same thing last week.
I gotta buy.
Wow. Sorry. I just gotta grab my phone for work. Youngest is 6. Holy crap, how many baby mamas you got?
3.
3? Okay.
Mom, when are we opening presents?
Presents?
Yeah.
We can open up.
So we having a little family get together here?
Yeah, Santa's here for presents.
How you doing, Mark?
Pretty good.
Looks like you might have made the naughty list this year. What's going on tonight?
I just want to meet Emily.
Meet Emily.
Yep.
How do you know Emily?
Talk to her online.
Online. And how old is Emily? And how old are you?
46.
46.
Do you have some idea anymore?
Emily, do you have the mic? Get the mic over.
Do you have idea on it?
46 and... Now, I'm no mathematician, Mark, but I'm pretty sure that equals trouble. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So, why did we think it was a good idea to come here tonight to meet? It seemed like both and her mother, right? So kind of walk me through the thinking of that. What was sort of, how did we get here tonight?
Well, I was talking to her online and we...
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mark. Could you just clip this on your collar there, just so we can get clear audio? It just clips right on. Just right on your collar is good. Yeah, as you were saying.
We talked about meeting and...
Meeting? Under what context?
Of dating.
Of dating. So a 46-year-old man dating a is what we're talking about. Okay. And where was it going to go from there?
I don't know. We did talk about sex and that, but...
Okay. Talked about sex.
I see you've got my text there. You can see I've talked to her about wanting to be abstinent. And...
Right. No, I'm just making sure that, you're being, truthful and all that here, which so far you are, and I appreciate the honesty, Mark. I really do. You even say you don't want to be sneaking around with her and you want her mother to know. At some point you say you don't want to do anything sexual unless you get the mother's blessing first. Is that about right?
I may have said it, put it worded that way.
Yeah, no, I have it right here. You see, unless I get your mother's blessing first is what it says there. So that's how you worded it there, Mark. So just so I have it straight here, you were willing to have intercourse with given her mother's permission. Is that about right?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you done anything like this before, Mark?
No.
No? First time? So you never tried to meet up or talk sexual to another girl before?
No.
Okay. Now, Mark, I've been doing this for a little while here. Do you know how many times I've heard that?
I have no idea. Probably quite a few.
Quite a few. But this is your first time?
Yes.
Okay. And I see you sent a picture here. I understand that you do have a daughter, it looks like, of the same age.
Yes.
Okay. And are you still in contact with the mother of your children?
My first wife, yes.
First wife, okay.
The second two...
How many baby mamas do you have, Mark?
3.
You have 3 baby mamas?
Yes.
Wow. You really get around. That's impressive. I envy you. I hope to get up to that number someday myself. But you do have a daughter. I have to ask though, Mark, how would you feel if a 46-year-old man was coming to meet your daughter after having a conversation like this?
I'd be pretty upset.
Pretty upset.
That's why I wanted to talk to her mom on that first.
Okay. And make sure everything was okay.
Yep.
Got it. So how do you think this girl's father would feel, even given the mother's consent?
I don't know.
You don't know. Would you have to talk to the dad too to find out?
Well, I got the impression he wasn't in the picture.
Okay.
But yeah, if he was, then I would.
You would talk to a father and ask him if it's okay to have sex with her. You would do that.
Not necessarily sex, but just date.
Just date. Okay. That's a pretty bold move, Mark, I gotta say. You're a pretty bold guy. I gotta hand it to you. You even say she's the same age as your daughter. You have 6 children. You work part-time at McDonald's?
Yep.
Okay, how many nights a week do you work there?
Depends on what they need me for. Anywhere from 2 to 4 nights.
Okay. Okay, well, Mark, it seems here that you have Mick f***ed up. Would you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think this is a good look to you. You don't think it's a good look to you?
No.
Right. I mean, what would McDonald's think of this? Your employer. One of your employers. I'm going to get to the other one in a minute.
I have no idea.
Okay. McDonald's is a very high-up franchise. I don't think they would want someone who partakes in this behavior working for them, do you? It just might be a bit of a hard sell. And how many kids, again, do you have, Mark?
6.
6 kids. Wow. That is... Wow. Talk about not being able to pull out of a driveway. That's... Wow. Kudos to you, though, Mark. It's just what you're here to do tonight is just... It's a little concerning. You know. Let's see here. And I understand one of your sons is on a tether?
Yes.
What was the reason for that? Something to do with something you did at school?
Yeah.
Threatened to, it looked like you said the place up and possibly drop a...
That's what he was saying.
Okay. I think you said he assaulted a teacher?
Yeah.
Okay. And it seems that you're here to possibly assault Mark. That's what it looks like. I mean, it's kind of like father like son in that regard. At some point you say, give me a few minutes. I got to go potty in the conversation. Why that exact verbiage for going to the bathroom?
Just what I'm used to saying because I have little kids.
Oh, so you tell your little kids that you got to go potty, and this is also a little kid, so that, okay, that makes sense. I just didn't know if that's how you communicate on a daily basis or what. You know, I didn't know if we were going to have to go back to elementary school but okay. Then you get to ask her if she's on birth control or if she wants to do it unprotected. So what were you hoping for, Mark, when you asked her if she was okay with doing it unprotected? Were you willing to have unprotected sex with this girl? Is that safe to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And in the event that she got pregnant, say, what was your plan? Did you have a plan for that?
Well, I would stick around and take care of the baby.
Take care of the baby. How would you explain it to everyone else in your life?
I don't know.
Okay, you didn't think that far ahead?
No.
Didn't think you'd get that far? Okay. Okay. Because I'm just taking a wild guess here. I imagine the mother of one of the 3 mothers of your children, if they found out you impregnated well, I can't imagine that would look good to them, right? And that just leaves me to ask this, Mark, if you were coming here to have sex with this tonight, is anything funny going on with your daughter, who is also the same age, or?
No.
Okay. Because, Mark, from what I'm seeing is, you know, you came way out of your way to engage with, but it also seems that you have frequent access to another, and you're talking like this to this. It's a bit concerning, and, you know, almost hard to believe that nothing of the same sort is going on with, you know, your daughter at home. And I just think, you know, the mother of your children, I can only imagine. I mean, when she finds out about this, I mean, Mark, are you currently fighting for custody over any of your children, or is everything squared away with the mothers of your children? Are you on good terms with them?
No.
No. On which one? 1, 2, or 3? Or all 3 are we not in good terms with?
All 3.
All 3. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow, Mark. I mean, doing a thing like this, I think that this would be grounds for them winning that custody battle. Wouldn't you think? Mark, did you think about that before you came here tonight?
I was a little concerned about it, yes.
You were concerned about it? Okay. But you were still willing to risk it?
That's part of why I was telling her I wanted abstinence for a while. And
yeah, I do see that. You said that you maybe didn't want to have sex with her until she was years of age?
At least.
Right. And then I believe you said that you could have sex with her when she was, and that would be a good birthday present for her. Didn't you say something along those lines?
I believe so.
Yeah. So basically, you were planning to sort of groom this until she was of legal age to give consent to have sex. You say, have you said anything to your mom about me moving in yet? So were you actually planning on moving in to this house with this girl and her mom?
She told me it would be okay to move in.
Okay.
And I was worried about that.
It's something you were considering?
I don't know about considering it, but we were talking about it.
Okay, just kind of juggling the idea.
Yeah.
Just sort of entertaining the idea, but probably not, but maybe. One of those things. Okay. Then at some point, there was talks of cigarettes. Do you smoke? Are you a smoker?
I smoked for about 3 weeks there. I was
Okay.
going through a rough time, and
Gotcha.
I haven't smoked in about 2 weeks now.
Okay. And then you say, I'd rather have you in my mouth than a cigarette. What do you mean by that?
Oral sex.
Or you'd rather... So specifically, her being in your mouth, how would... If you could describe that. Just so I know.
Eating...
So eating her pussy. Okay. Got it. And then I see you do have a dog here, named Donna, looks like.
Yep.
Very, very cute girl, right? Looks like a very good girl. How old is Donna, the dog here?
I have no idea because I think she was like 3, 4 years old when my wife got her, and then
okay.
had her for probably 4 years or so now.
Okay. Okay. So when she was three or four, when you first got her, that's similar to the age of this girl in dog years. At that time, was anything funny going on between you and the dog, Donna here? Was any sort of sexual activity going on?
That's just f***ing sick.
Oh, I agree, Mark, but you got to look at what you're here to do tonight. And it's of the dog was the same age in dog years at that time, so I'm just making sure. You'll be surprised at, what we've seen. So nothing funny going on with the canine here.
No.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, I forgot we did have a couple gifts here. This is one that I had here especially for you, Mark. That is a gift for you to go ahead and open up. Yeah, just go and open it up and see what's inside.
First question is, do I want to know what's inside?
Well, Mark, it's a very pleasant surprise. It's not a bomb, don't worry. No need to hold back now, Mark. All you. Now these are the Doc Martin P. Diddy editions. I don't know if you're into boots at all, but winter's coming up, so I figure. Oh, and actually, wait, what's in there? Hey, what's in here, Mark? Oh. Looks like various lumps of coal. What happened with the gift? Did someone switch it out, or? Huh. Okay, it must have transformed to a bunch of coal, being that you came up on the naughty list. I think you were on the nice list at first, but then this happened, and then the gift must have it just took shape of a bunch of coal rocks. I'm sorry about that, Mark. Did you still want the coal?
No.
Okay. I mean, it could be good for a barbecue, in the spring. Do you eat barbecue much, or?
I've got a gas grill.
Gas. Okay. Okay. Well, coal is the wrong gift for Mark. Apparently, I guess we'll I'll just close that up. Better luck next Christmas if you end up making the nice list. You even talk about coming over here with the kids, your kids on Thanksgiving.
I mentioned it.
You mentioned it. So, did you have a cover-up story for explaining it to your kids? Since you were planning to date this, right? So, you're right. Is that about right?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you have a cover-up story for what were you going to tell your kids about it? They asked.
Either these people are just friends, or if it was okay with her mom, say that I was dating the mom, and.
Okay, so to your kids, you were going to say, "I'm dating the mom."
Yeah.
But in reality, you'd be dating the daughter. Okay, I was just wondering about that. Because I imagine that would be a little weird if, your kids came around, they found out you were dating someone the same age as them. So I can see why you went that route. At some point you say, who do you think will be the first one to touch the other inappropriately? What was the plan there, Mark?
Watch movies and...
Okay. Just to see what would happen?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Netflix and chill.
Yeah. You ask her, do you want me to be first? So, were you planning on touching her inappropriately first?
If that's what she wanted.
If that's what she, okay. So, as long as she consented?
Yeah.
You would, okay. But you do realize is below the age of consent?
Yes.
Okay. But you still would have touched her if she gave you consent? Okay, I appreciate the honesty, Mark. You say we're in this relationship together. It should be what we want to do, whatever we want to do. So before coming here today, you were under the assumption that you were in a relationship with this girl. Okay, and today was going to sort of make it official, talking to the mom, and okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then at one point you did talk about kissing. You say, I'll let you touch my butt when we kiss. I like being touched everywhere. Just thought you would like that. So you want her to touch your butt while you kissed?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you listen to a lot of Drake?
No.
Or, no. Because that is more of a Drake listener thing to say. Typically guys who listen to Drake want their girl to kiss them, sort of like pick them up and touch their butt, I don't know if you knew that. It's the typical avid Drake listener. Yeah. This is the meme I was meme I was talking about here. So guys that listen to Drake all day end up like this. You see how the girl's sort of picking the guy up and putting him against the fence. See, kind of like how this is. So I thought that was sort of that was the vibe I was getting. Yeah. Do you want to be picked up like this and kissed by your Mark? No.
Never thought about it.
Never thought about that. Okay. So you just want her to touch your butt, though?
Yeah.
Okay. So without the whole, picking up thing, I gotcha. You say I've had a couple dreams of you. We were being extremely naughty, if you know what I mean. What were those dreams about?
Sex.
Yeah, you dream about having sex with her?
Yeah.
Okay. And you felt the need to tell her that? To sort of make her think about that? Okay. You do say it would be more fun to not dream and make it a reality.
I'll keep trying till I get it right.
So you did want to make that a reality, have sex with her?
Well, we were talking about it.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. And at some point you start feeling, it's like you were dialing back here. You say part of it is this: you're the exact same age as my oldest daughter, and even with your mom's permission, it is still illegal. And it could be found out by your exes, and that could be used against you in court with trying to get custody of your children. You typed all that out. And you do acknowledge that it is illegal, even with the mother's permission. So, Mark, why, knowing that it's illegal and you may lose custody of your children, why even risk it? You gotta have some answer for that. It's okay, Mark, you can tell Santa Claus.
I don't know. I just. Just the idea of meeting someone new and.
Okay. Meeting someone new. Was there not an adult that you could have met that was new, or?
I haven't found any.
I haven't found any. On Facebook dating, you haven't found any adults that would have an interest in you that you could link up. Okay. But is that any excuse to seek out a Mark?
Or not really.
Okay. Okay, I'm just making sure we're on the same page. You say, she says you're funny or charming. You say, what makes me funny or charming? I think I'm a creepy old man. I would say so.
Say that again.
And then she questions that, and you say, well, I'm dating a girl, aren't I? I mean, Mark, you acknowledge it right there. I mean, it's in black and white. It's in plain sight. Send a picture of you and a couple of your children, and it looks like some ham on Thanksgiving. Look at that, Mark. I mean, I don't know if next Thanksgiving will be the same. What do you think?
I don't know.
Hard to say. It looks like you said you want to take a shower with her. You say we could see each other naked up until you're... Yeah, you pretty much said it looked like that you can do pretty much everything with her up until... besides sex until she's... So is that pretty much your plan? Everything but actual intercourse up until she...
Yep.
Okay. And you asked her if she masturbates, and you say, so you're waiting for my fingers to be down there. And then you say, how about my tongue? And you did say before that you were willing to perform oral sex on her, so we got that out of the way. You talk about how you want to teach her new things. She sends a picture of her cat. You say, that's not the cat I want to pet. What kind of cat did you want to pet?
I was talking about...
Oh, okay. So her... Okay. Meaning her...
vagina.
Her vagina. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like you did send a picture of yourself last night with a bow on you. Do you remember sending that photo? And that was going to be your present to her, a picture, or you, and you had a bow on her. That basically you were giving her you as a present, right? Do you have a bow on you tonight?
Yeah.
It is on you tonight? Where is that bow?
It's actually in my pocket.
It's in your pocket?
Yes.
Can I see the bow? Wow. You are a man of your word, Mark. I do appreciate the honesty and everything. I really do. Don't appreciate what you're here to actually do tonight, but I can respect you for the honesty. So thank you for that. And I believe at some point earlier today you did say something along the lines of you could put the bow in your pants and have her reach in and sort of find it. Is that something you said earlier? Okay. So what were you ultimately hoping for when that happened?
I don't know. I was just saying that.
It just sort of having fun.
Pretty much.
Fun. Okay. Okay. Well, Mark, I mean, where do we go from here? I mean, what do you think should happen to you for doing a thing like this?
I've been yearning for this moment. Hi. Have you? Oh. Wanna...
I have no idea.
You have no idea. Well, you gotta have some idea. I mean, would you agree that this is not a good thing?
Yeah.
Okay. And there typically are consequences for those who do things that aren't good. What do you think your consequence should be tonight, Mark?
I have no idea.
Okay, so no thoughts?
Are you here to arrest me, or?
Well, that's not what I'm here for. I'm just here to have a conversation with you and sort of find out how this all began and what your plan actually was, and just see how honest, you were going to be with me here tonight. And I do appreciate the honesty. But we will have to leave that part up to the authorities. because we just can't make those decisions. You know, all we can do is ask you a few questions, you know, send it up the ladder. That's pretty much it. Yeah, Mark, I mean, I think it's safe to say that you let a lot of people down tonight. You know, I mean, 3 baby mamas, 6 kids, you know, and you just had your kids recently, right? Like they were just at your house, right?
2 of them.
2 of them. Okay. Well, Mark, do you have anything else to say here?
No.
Okay, well, if there's nothing else you have to say, then I have to let you know that I'm Santa Hansen with the Predatorial Investigation Unit. We're doing an online series about adults who try to meet up with online for sex, and you've just been skeeted in 4K. And Mark, if that's it, then I think these gentlemen here would like to have a word with you.
Yeah, Mark, I'm going to need you to stay put for a minute. Can I see those?
Yeah, Steve, do you have the iPad?
I was just looking.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I have the... Yep, we got the whole thing here, all the chat log and everything. Mark. Yeah, it pretty much starts there, and you can sort of just swipe through that there.
Okay.
Yep.
So these are all screenshots?
They're screenshots from our decoy's phone. She had the full conversation with him.
So how did you have this conversation? Was it on your cell phone?
Yes.
Okay.
What's going through your mind right now, Mark? Seem like you're deep in thought.
Just what's going to happen?
I think
Are you guys taking me to jail, or?
Well, it's not really up for us.
Oh, it's not up to us. It'd be up to... Could open more presents. What else do we have here? Are these for Mark, or? Oh, I didn't know we had more presents for Mark.
I thought the big one was this.
Yeah, I thought it was just that one. Do you want to open this one, Mark? Might as well. I mean, we're all, you know, just chilling here. Oh, in case you were wondering, Mark did bring a gift. He brought the bow. Oh, really? Yeah, and it was on him. Well, I guess.
It was in his pants.
Oh, it was in his pocket. You were planning to put the bow on you, though, right? Yeah. So we didn't get there, fortunately, but that was his present. He didn't come empty-handed. Go here. Oh, skin originals. Okay. Wow. Are these your size, Mark?
I have no idea.
No. Do you want to try one on, or?
Not really.
Okay.
He's got to take a kid. You really think?
You're right. You're right. Yeah, I take it you're not the typical condom user. He did talk about unprotected anyway, so. Oh, there's just one more here, looks like.
Such a generous person.
Yeah.
Ads still ruining your doom scrolling? Here's how to get rid of them in just a minute.
This is Pi. It's a free browser extension that blocks ads on your favorite site. Once you install it, you kind of forget about all the annoying ads that used to be there. You can just browse in peace without all the distractions. But you don't have to get rid of all ads though. You can actually choose to see some ads and earn rewards for it. Millions of users are already blocking their ads with Pi, so what are you waiting for? Seriously, download Pi, it will change your life.
Anyway, you're knocking me for having 6 kids. Mind you, I was married to 2 of the mothers.
Oh no, I respect it. Like I said, I respect the numbers, honestly. Like I said, I hope to reach such a number one day. Not too bad. What's that? Oh, it's a little owl. That's cute. Oh, it's like a little owl ornament. It's cool. Cool. Well,
tonight was quite the hoot.
Oh, and there's a looks like an acorn there. Mark, were you trying to bust a nut tonight, or? Oh. You got some pretty good gifts. Yeah, I feel like you're not too fond of your gifts tonight, Mark.
With everything going on, I'm not fond of Christmas, period.
You're not so much in the Christmas spirit?
Nope.
Okay. That's understandable.
That's fair.
Do you have your phone on you? Thanks. That's the correct phone, right?
Yes.
Okay, here's what I'd like to do. I think it's best if you and I go to the PD. We can have a conversation there. Okay? I would like these from you.
Yeah, I can send those right to you right now.
You do email?
Mm-hmm.
Does that work?
Yep.
Okay. What's the situation with the house here?
It's an Airbnb.
Cool. Okay. All right. I'm going to secure your Jeep here for now.
Okay.
You're good with going back to me to the PD to have a talk? It's a better place than here. Who's running the show here? Is it Sam?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to hand this back to you.
Sure.
We're going to get situated, and then can I come back in and give you a business card?
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Mark, call me, please.
Oh, Mark, I need to if I can get the microphone off you. I had to make sure. Yep, got that audio. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. Almost forgot the mic.
Is there any way that you can...
Oh, are you in front of it?
Yeah.
I'm going to figure something out. I'll be right back in.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Since we're going to the PD, do you have any weapons? Okay.
Whew, that was quite the performance.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Oh, he just he just admitted to everything. I was expecting that. Yeah.
They can't let him ride.
Dog's going in the back. There he goes. Did he cuff him?
No.
Okay. All right, there goes Mark. As strangely as he came, he's now gone. Shoutouts to Tecumseh PD. That was Mark. As you can see here, he got caught under the mistletoe. And he is now within the hands of the Tecumseh Police Department. So we're gonna wait for a further update in a minute, and we'll update you guys then. It looks like they're moving it. Oh, they're moving it.
Oh, this is him. This is his.
Yeah, it's his Jeep. Yeah, you're good.
I mean, that's kind of a nice Jeep, bro.
It's not bad.
That's not bad. He must be doing all right for himself.
He's got 2 jobs. You don't think this is his?
No.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, look. The pink sunglasses there. There's no way this is his car.
Brother in Christ. Bro, he's getting all the bitches with this.
God.
Look at, there's a hockey board.
That's cute.
It is cute.
Sure, the kids love it. Bah humbug. Look at the plate.
Oh, here's Santa.
Oh, how's it going?
I moved it. I think you guys can get out.
Oh yeah, I think we're definitely good.
We got enough room now.
Yeah, we should be good.
All right, this is for you. This is my credentials.
Okay.
Zach Owens is me. This is the report number.
Okay.
If you could send your electronic data.
Okay.
It's faster than cracking the cell phone.
For sure.
That I have, so I would appreciate it. It's just Z Owens, like my name.
So we all good for now then?
Yeah. What's your entity?
Okay.
What's the group?
Predatorial Investigation Unit.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah, no, truly.
Might have another one on the way here in a little bit. So.
Oh, I don't want to hold you up.
So yeah, we'll see you guys in an hour.
Right. We appreciate you coming out here.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Well, thank you, sir. But that was the tale of Mark from Lansing, right? He's from Lansing?
Yeah.
From Lansing, Michigan. Came and, got the mom's permission and all that. But in the end, that's still illegal as f***. So, called the cops and got his ass on out of here. And that's a wrap, boys. We got maybe one more on the hook. So let's go get some
an eggnog and get ready for this next guy.
It's time, partner. Our hunt for Starfall begins. Raise hell, exert control, for mankind depends on our victory.
Got safety protocols? Grainger has the Safety Pros 2 call. Shop our vast inventory of safety products at Grainger.com. Call, click, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This here is 27-year-old Brian, and on one night in Grand Rapids, Michigan, he decided to come on over to get a cupcake. Now obviously we're talking about some highly illegal activity here, so we made sure to involve law enforcement every step of the way. Now, if you ask Brian, he just wanted to come on over and have a Shrek marathon with this cupcake. He just wanted to come on over and, watch Shrek 1 through 4. And who knows, maybe he also wanted to watch the Puss in Boots movies as well. But judging by what he'd been saying over the phone to this cupcake, that's a little hard to believe. One thing he said was that he wanted to reenact the scene in the Shrek movie with the donkey and the dragon. And if you've watched the Shrek movie, you'll know that that scene is just a little bit inappropriate. Even though the film is rated PG, one of my favorite films, by the way. But come on now, who am I to judge? Only Brian can really tell his story, so let's go ahead and let him tell it. We're here with the boy, Gideon.
What's good, my Skeeterites?
We're about to have this guy come through. His name is Brian. That's what he looks like there. I believe that's him at his construction job. And
he's a Chad.
Yeah, he's a Chad. He's got like a year-old at home. And he's talking about leaving to come and hang out with who he thinks is a.
That's not very skippity toilet.
No, I don't know what that means, but definitely not.
Not at all.
He must be going for Father of the Year award. Him at his construction job here.
Yeah, that looks like the Care Bear outfit that I wore on our first hit.
It kind of does, actually. Some of the things he says is, my would break your crotch. Do you have a favorite sex position? My personal favorite thing that he said was, if you start grinding on me, don't be mad if it goes to more. Wonder what he could have meant by that.
My would break your crotch.
I would break you. I would do things to you that you could only dream of. This guy should write a romance novel.
Well, you sound like Hulk Hogan dropping a promo.
All right, so what's this guy saying now?
But are you sure you're ready for your first time with something bigger than your fingers? I'm fine if you're not. And I meant we can see how you feel. If you don't even want to kiss and just want to watch the movie together, I'm fine with it.
Okay, so he wants to come over and watch Shrek and maybe show you something that might be bigger than his finger.
Yeah.
Cool.
Be like, let's see how the Riz is, and then we can get skibbity.
Yeah. He wants to have a Shrek marathon with the girl. He wants to watch all, what is it, like 4 Shrek movies?
There's 5 Shrek movies.
There's 5. So the first thing we have is my would break your crotch. It's a pretty good opener.
You know how much you know how strong a pelvis is for you to break it?
This guy, I mean, he's white, but he might be coming with some BBC. I don't know. We should have him like demonstrate like one of his like his strokes, like on the couch or something. Have him demonstrate it on this. Put that there. Show me your stroke game. How would he do it?
Bro, to generate enough force to break a pelvis, like what I would think is you have to get some leverage up top.
Definitely.
And then you're gonna have to like go high.
Yep.
And then you have to like low-key like tombstone.
Yeah, just fall into it.
How would you do it?
How would I do it?
Yeah.
If I were to attempt to take out a pelvis, 4-point stance, and then I go to a 3-point stance, and then I would go like this and use my strong arm, my pimp hand here, to kind of push on my lower back and just, and then the nut has been had and the pelvis is broken. That'll work. Thank you.
Where were you at?
I was handling business, getting some snacks.
What, cookies?
Maybe. You want one? You want a cookie?
Oh, bro, you're on the job right now, man.
Can I give you a fat ass cookie?
Look at you, you're one to talk. Bro, Ski, why would you invite this dude, bro?
I mean, he's fun at parties.
Hello? Yeah. Yeah, well, what are we gonna do tonight?
What do you want to do?
I mean, I wanted to watch Shrek.
And then what do you want to do?
Whatever you want to do. I'm honestly, like, I'm down for whatever, so.
You are?
Yeah.
So what do you mean you're down for whatever?
Well, like I said, like, whatever you want to do.
I mean, we can kiss if you want to. Or do you want to do more than that?
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe? I mean, you can tell me what you want to do.
Well, I just think kissing is so first grade.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is. But you said you're a virgin and you know it hurts the first time. Have you ever had your hymen broken?
What's a hymen?
It's like a little piece of skin that is in your that when you the first time, it's called popping your cherry.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. I'll be okay. I'm strong like the dragon from Shrek, so. Well, do you want to be my donkey? My donkey?
What do you mean, take your first time?
Sure.
What's the furthest you went with a guy? Like, have you touched? Have you sucked?
Yeah.
You sucked before? I'm surprised.
Why is that surprising?
I'm just surprised you haven't went all the way if you went that far.
He too fast.
You know what? I mean, I'm surprised. I probably will too, no offense.
Oh, why is that?
You're tall, you're skinny. You have beautiful eyes.
I just don't want to get, like, preggers.
That's why I'm bringing a couple condoms.
Oh, okay.
Can you at least lick your at least once?
I'm down to try new things, I guess.
I know you're not down to try but that's why I'm not even going to ask that later in life type thing.
What even is that?
So I can get a girl in
Oh.
Well, you want to, I'm on my way. I'll be here with some people.
Okay. Did you just leave or?
I've been on the way for a little bit.
Oh, okay, so how far away are you? Hey, see ya. Hey. What's up? I just have Shrek on. Yeah. No, it's okay. You can leave him on. You can just sit right there.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's alright.
It's okay.
So what's up?
Nothing. Do you care that I'm like... Really? That's cool. Hey, I do have a question though. I was thinking like I wanted to see like your stroke game, so could you like take that pillow and like put it on the floor and like show me it?
What? What do you mean by that? Stroke down?
I think you know what I mean.
No.
I don't know, just like stroke it on the ground. What?
Really?
Yeah?
Go in the bathroom and go see?
I'd rather you take the pillow. Just the red one. Plus, look what it says. Uh-huh. Isn't that so skibbity toilet?
That is, though. It really
Wait,
is.
say skibbity toilet.
Skibbity toilet?
Do you know what that means? Me neither. I just like saying it. Like, on the ground.
What do you mean? I'm so confused.
Just like, yeah.
Like this?
Yeah. How is this weird?
I feel like I'm being recorded or something. Like when we do it the way he's doing this.
No, my phone's not recording or anything.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's really strange.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go get like a cupcake or something. Do you want some Predator pasta?
What's up, my friend? How you doing?
So you came to get your dragon eggs off, did you?
Nothing. I did not.
Can you have a seat first?
You weren't doing anything? Can you just have a seat right there for
I
me,
know
sir?
what this is.
Sir, if you could just...
I understand. I'm not trying to do anything.
Sir, if you could just have a...
Can you please have a seat for us?
If you could have a seat, please.
Yes,
please.
Right over here, if you could come over to the couch,
Yes, sir.
please.
Yep. I wasn't trying to do nothing.
And-
I wasn't gonna. I did not
Okay,
send
just
any-
keep your hands out of your pockets and have a seat, please.
Yep, sir.
So,
I knew that I was not trying to do anything with no one younger than me.
okay,
I'm not trying to start nothing. I'm not trying to do anything.
okay.
I just.
Do you have any idea that I can see?
Yes, I do.
And what's your reason? What's your reason for
like
being
I said,
here?
I was just trying to come over and hang out. I'm not trying to do
Hang
anything
out.
sexual. I
Okay.
do not have any sexual content. No.
No?
Sexual talks with her.
Not even on the phone.
Not even on the phone.
So what about when you said?
No, I do not.
What about when you said my penis would break your crotch? What did you mean by that?
I did not
Main cam.
mean that in any way, shape, or form.
You didn't mean that.
No,
Okay.
I did not realize she was so young.
So how old did you? How old did you think she
I
was?
thought she was.
But
looks
she.
because her profile on Meet Me.
It says that, but on the phone she says she's. You say you're okay with it,
I did not mean in any way, shape, or form, sir.
and your name is Brian, right?
Yes.
Brian.
And yeah, can I stand up, please? I just.
If, I would rather you. I'd rather you sit
Okay,
down.
I will.
And Brian, did you bring condoms with you tonight?
Yes, but that's for a different woman. I'm not.
So you were getting a 2-for-1 tonight.
No, I have a ex-fiance. I have 3 kids at home. I am not trying to be in any of this.
Okay,
Any
so you were
sexual-
going to visit this.
Since you're already playing games anyway, why not earn some free rewards while you're at it? All you need to do is download Buff, let it run in the background as you play, and just like that you'll start earning Buff points. These
Watch a Shrek movie, then visit your ex-fiance.
Yes, but I'm not trying to do
Okay.
that. I promise you, sir. I am not trying to do anything.
Even though you came here with condoms.
Yes, because they were supposed to be left in the car. I apologize.
Well, you understand why that's hard for me to believe.
Yes, I do.
Brian.
But I'm not trying to do anything. And that's why I was so confused about her telling me, like, why are you telling me to do that? It makes
Well, because you talked about it. You talk a big game here. You say that you would do things to her that she can only dream of.
Yes, sir.
That she can only dream of.
I apologize.
Here, we'll sit down with you. Well, excuse me.
I'll stand here.
I would never do anything in a section. I know about the whole predator stuff, and I
You do.
am not trying to do predator stuff. I am not involved in that. I was not going to do anything with anyone younger than, which is the legal age of consent. I understand that fully. And
why do you have that in your memory bank so fast?
because both my ex-fiancés were when they got pregnant with my first child.
How old were you at the time?
I was 20 with the first one and 20 with the second one.
So you typically go for
No,
the
at
teen
that
range.
time I was, and I do not.
Well, it sounds like you're still doing it.
No.
But this time you went 3 years below.
Yes, and I wasn't realizing that she was. I thought
But-
I was going to ask for ID if anything happened. And
So after it happened, you would have asked.
No, before.
Okay.
Before anything happened, I would have asked.
So you're saying nothing would have happened?
Nothing would have happened tonight.
Well, about an hour ago, you were on the phone saying some
No,
totally
different
thing.
shit. Because
Yeah.
it's been months for me. and
mentioned
I didn't
anal.
realize, like I said, I did not realize she was so young. I was
Okay.
not. I'm not involved.
Brian, do I have permission to see her?
Yes, you do.
Thank you.
And you say if you start grinding on me, Don't be mad if it goes to more.
Because I didn't realize, like I said, I didn't realize that about the age.
Okay. So at that point you didn't realize it.
At that point, she didn't tell me about the age.
Now, I don't know about you, but to me, Brian's story just wasn't sounding very convincing. I mean, I don't know, something was just missing. It didn't seem right. But on the other hand, did you know that data brokers are online right now trying to obtain your personal information? It's important to protect yourself.
I would hope not.
No.
Are you
Definitely
sure?
not. I think we're sure eggs off with right?
No,
You said
I didn't realize she was like I said.
So at what point did you realize she was
Over the phone, I believe on the way here.
On the
she
way
said
here.
it. And like I said, that's why I said I'm not going to do anything.
Okay.
And
so on the way here, she told you she was.
I probably should have turned around.
Let
like
me
I said.
finish. You then proceeded to go ahead and come on inside, even after she told
like
you.
I said, that's why I was asking if I wanted to make sure. That's why you'll see in the messages about the car. I didn't want anything to happen. I wanted to make sure.
Oh, so you wanted to make sure that she
I
was.
was going to ask for the ID. I was going to make sure before we even walked inside. The only reason I came inside, I figured we can go watch Shrek.
Yeah, nothing wrong with watching Shrek and getting your dragon eggs off with right?
No, I'm not trying to get my dragon eggs off of.
Well, you said the donkey and the dragon scene was your favorite.
Said that.
I think you said that was your favorite.
No, I said the donkey and I know the donkey and the dragon. The donkey and the donkey and the dragon was the donkey meeting the dragon, and the whole backstory is that's the original princess, and that's what I was saying.
Oh, that's what you were saying. Okay.
I wasn't saying anything about getting. She is the one who referenced that.
She did. Okay. Well, speaking of donkeys, don't you think this is a bit of a jackass move?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, she told you she was when you came here, and
I probably should have turned right the fuck back
probably
around.
should have. Why didn't you, Brian?
Because I've been bored. I haven't had anything to do. All I've been doing is working, and I figure
so
if I can
figured,
chill, I'm not trying to have sexual.
Well, you figured I'm bored, so let's go commit a felony.
I have work at 6 a.m., but I'm not watch Shrek.
You did say that. Well, you're really traveling to meet for sex in the state of Michigan is a felony.
I do realize that, and I wasn't trying to meet her for sex. Like I said, all I was trying to do was meet for a show. Or for a movie. That's also why I was.
Now, Brian, let me get this straight. You do have condoms with you right now.
In the car.
In the car. So they're not on you in your pocket. Okay. But you still traveled here with.
Because I keep them in the car too for just random meets.
No, because you're such a playboy, you never know when you're going to have to, whip it out.
Happens.
Oh, yeah.
But
I got a question, Skeet, real quick. So, you just said you want to come here to watch Shrek, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So why over the phone were you trying to play some 50 Cent 21 Questions? Why were you asking her if she'll be down to...
Because, like I said, I did not know her age at the time. She never mentioned her age before then.
You know we have the chat logs, right?
Yes, I do.
You know you're caught at 4K, right?
Yes.
So we have all this in 4K, but you're going to tell us a different story.
Yes, sir. I'm not trying to commit a felony. I am not trying to do anything with I promise you that. I do not want anything to do with sir.
Anything.
Anything.
So why are you here?
Because, like I said, we could simply watch a movie. That's why I was strictly saying, if anything does happen, I don't know your age. I'm going to ask for your ID. I'm going to make sure before anything does happen.
Have you ate before you got here, Brian?
Okay.
No.
Okay. I think we should get some pizza, because it might be a long night.
Yeah, it's already on the way.
Here, we're going to get some pizza, and we're going to talk this out.
I promise you, sir, I have nothing involved with anyone younger
than... Okay, can you straighten that out for us? Because from these chat logs, you can go to jail for this.
I understand, sir.
So, can you...
I understand, sir. And I'm not trying to go to jail.
So your plan was to come over here, watch Shrek, and how would the mother of your children feel about this?
She'd be very unhappy about it. I thought that maybe it would be just... or we can strictly nothing in between us, because an older man and a younger woman can just watch a movie together.
Okay, so you get that. You get that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not trying to...
But it sounded like you were coming to do something
no, sir.
else, a lot more. You asked her, about, I believe you mentioned the clitoris.
Yes.
And you said you wanted to lick her
clitoris. And I should not be talking that way with anyone younger than... And like I said, I did not realize her age till after I said all of this stuff.
Now, Brian, you understand why that's hard for me to believe. You realize we have, not only that, but we have everything you said on the phone recorded.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
So at one point on the phone call, she did say she was... Do you not remember this? It was a couple days ago.
I have very short-term memory, sir. I've been
Short-term memory?
Yes. I was in the military.
Well, here, let me
Okay.
jog your
Oh, so you're a military veteran.
You don't. Yeah.
Can I jog your memory real quick?
Hey, what happened?
Really?
Like I said, we have everything recorded.
Oh, I thought she was 3.
I want you to listen.
And she
Is there any way that,
talked
like
to
I
your
said,
daughter, I
I'm not
believe.
trying to do any of this.
Is there any way?
Wait, hold on. I just want to jog your memory because because sometimes we do get the wrong guy.
I know you guys.
So we just want to make sure.
I know you guys are going to post that online. I know you guys are going to post this all over the internet, and I'm not.
Well, we're not going to post it if this is the wrong guy. So we need you to help us out.
Help us help you. If you really weren't going to do anything.
Yeah.
I said if you start grading, don't be mad if if it goes to more.
That's you.
Was that AI?
No, that was not AI.
Did we pull a Drake and
But like I
resurrect
said, I did
Tupac?
not realize that she was at the time.
You didn't realize?
At that point, you didn't.
No, I have short-term memory, and I'm not trying to be involved with.
So you didn't. So did you not realize, or did you not remember?
Did not remember.
But
so
even if
how is that?
But you're right. If that is a legal issue, if I do not
Right.
remember, because it is an issue, I should have not even
Okay,
came
so
over.
you've been medically diagnosed with short-term memory loss.
Yes, and anxiety. And bipolar, manic depression.
Okay.
And like I said, I am not trying to do anything with a younger woman. I am simply.
Even via text when she told you earlier that she was.
Did she say that you? Here, let me read my own
I
text.
believe so.
Yeah, let's check the chat log.
Since you didn't know she before we even said anything, why were you saying, "Oh, I didn't know she was"? Isn't that what you said at first?
Because
when you first
I
came out
watched
here?
you guys walk out here, and I
Well, we didn't
watched
say
your videos.
we didn't even say anything.
Oh, you watch our video?
Yes, I
Watch
do
your
actually.
videos.
Who am I?
Do
you know
I'm
who I
Kyson.
am?
Kyson, I know your videos off there.
Bro, you know me. I get started like, hey.
Yeah,
hey.
you're the guy.
Bro, get started with me real quick. Hey, yeah, that's me, bro. So you watch me, but you're gonna be doing all this.
I'm not trying to do all this.
Do you know who I am?
You're the attorney, I believe.
This is Jayoma.
Jayoma?
I'm his attorney. I keep him out of trouble.
No
Yeah. I don't know if I can keep you out of trouble though.
You probably could.
But will I?
I hope you will.
Let's go over everything first and see.
I have a pretty costly hourly rate.
I'm willing to pay it.
It's $850 an hour.
I'm willing to pay it.
You willing to pay it? Okay. Shake on it? Okay, we'll see what we can do.
And like I said, I'm not trying to do anything with anyone. Seriously, I'm not. I'm simply, like I said, I'm 27. I just gotten another divorce.
Brian, who's this right
Okay.
That's my daughter.
Hey, did
That's your
we have a
daughter.
text earlier where we disclosed the age?
So you
Can
have
we
a
see
3-year-old
that?
daughter.
Yes.
How old are you?
27.
How would you feel?
I would feel. That's why I.
Wait, you didn't let me finish my
I would feel, yes, sir. I would feel completely.
Bro,
fucked
come
up.
on, man. It's me, Kyson, that man. Hey, come on, bro. We're part of the Kai
Hey,
Mafia.
it's
Let
Kai.
me finish. This is what you said. If you had a daughter, which she will one day, God, hopefully she does, how would you feel if a random 27-year-old man came over when her parents were gone?
I would feel absolutely devastated. Sir.
What would you do?
I'd probably go ballistic.
You go ballistic. Okay. So we just protected
a younger woman from that exact scenario.
So you know the exact severity of what's going on here.
Yes. Okay. And that's why I was, like I said, I was going to ask for ID. I understand the whole issue.
Brian, if I could just butt in here real quick. Remember earlier today you said I didn't work. I didn't work until I had a job. And then she says, so I can get a job. So I can't get a job since I'm. She says.
I didn't. Oops. I didn't even know.
Wait. Can you say that one more time?
Since she, yes.
He says I did work. LOL. I've had a job since. Emily says, so I can't get a job since I'm.
And what did he say?
And then I didn't say anything sexual back.
Well, then you did on the phone.
I did on the phone.
Just a couple hours ago.
Oh wait, here. Let me jog your memory.
No, you're good, sir.
I know you got short-term memory, bro.
You're good, sir.
So you worked in theater.
I do remember the.
Oh, what about?
But I did
This
not
is
remember
just.
that she was sir at that time.
How'd you forget 5 messages in? You say thinking about it is giving me issues.
I'm not.
A large issue. Hopefully it doesn't explode too quick.
I want you to listen to the chat log.
What issue would have exploded? What do you mean by that? And then you say, I take it you've never moaned before, so I don't know how you'll act.
The red one next to it with the no plate that I have to get. I just bought the car.
No plate.
Give you a temp tag?
No, they didn't. I just bought it off the road. So that like I said, I want to be able to bring it home, and I'm not trying. Like I said, I'm not trying to do anything with them.
I never did anything with them. I'm asking.
Here, Brian. Brian.
It's the red car over there.
Brian.
I just want to make sure that I'm gonna be able to bring it home and actually.
Yo, Brian.
Park it.
Hey, keep
Hello?
Sorry, sir.
We'll get to that in a minute. You say that you want to talk and chill. You say I'd be kissing you already if I was there. And if we go back,
like
this is after she said she...
I'm talking to multiple girls.
Oh, you got her mixed up. But your response just happened to make sense to what she said. So it's just a coincidence.
Yes. I'm talking to 3 or 4 different girls right now at the same time.
3 or 4? Wow, you got a pretty good dating rotation there.
Man.
Wow.
Got the little black notebook.
We might need to take lessons.
Oh, man. Are you Skibbity Toilet?
Wow. Gotta admit, that's a good one.
That is a good one. But no, like I said, I'm not trying to do anything with anyone younger. I was going to ask for your ID. I only came over to watch Shrek. If anything would have happened, I wouldn't have been on my own call, and that's also what I was saying.
So whose call would it have been on?
Obviously not. Girl doesn't have legal consent.
Well, whose call would it have been on then, if not
I would have
yours?
been sitting here and nothing would have happened.
You would have been watching Shrek.
But you just said if something happened.
Which we can do right now. We can watch it.
I'm fine with watching Shrek.
Bro, sit down, man.
It's just I have anxiety, sir.
Bro, this is my favorite scene. This is when they first meet Lord Farquaad.
Yeah. Maybe he's compensating for something.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, I love this
I
part.
don't care if you post me online. Just don't post my family's personal information.
Oh, we won't. Don't worry.
Don't.
This is about you, not your family.
I'm not trying. And please don't post it in this area.
Oh no, we won't even post your information. It'll just be your face out there. That's all.
Can you please blur my face out? Please.
I'm gonna have to charge you for it.
I'll pay the charge.
Here, Brian.
Okay, I'll send you a tab.
Send me a bill.
I'll bill you.
It's just I work on commercial buildings in the area.
So you can't be exposed and have people know that.
I'm not trying to be a. I'm not, like I said, I was not trying to.
Yeah, but you don't want people thinking
that. We gotta make sure that you won't do this again. Make us know that you won't do this again. How are you gonna reassure? Because
I can keep up with you. I can keep messaging you on Facebook and keep up. You are active in this area, very, very heavily.
Bro, yeah, man. Bro, I was in the subathon. I know you were watching that, right?
It's kind
you saw
of
me
not.
with Nicki Minaj? Oh, man, I appreciate that.
Not only that, but he was at the Catalina wine mixer. Do you know about the Catalina wine mixer?
It's a big deal, man.
It's a big deal.
I'm a big deal.
Yeah, no,
But this is a bigger deal.
This is a bigger deal.
This is our children. No.
Do you remember when the girl you were talking to talked to your children on the phone? Or one of your children?
When she talked to my son?
Yeah, it might have been your son. Do you remember that?
Yes, which I was so confused on that because typically I don't let anyone meet my son for a while.
So why'd you let her girl meet?
Exactly.
Because it feels non-threatening because it's someone younger.
I get that.
It's a kid and a kid.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
It's not like
that makes sense.
A 26-year-old, 27-year-old adult talking to a kid. Which in this scenario you are.
But that is what was happening.
Yeah. I mean, what harm could?
You said 26, but it's worse. 27.
Yeah.
I get the whole it being wrong, sir.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to put my hands in your face.
No, that's okay.
I hope you understand.
Brian, well, that's not up to me to decide.
It's up to them.
Am I allowed to just go outside?
I think we should.
I think you should wait for the police to come.
Probably just wait until they can address it. So.
I don't want you to get tased running away.
No, I'm not trying to run away.
Or them to track you down at your home or anything like that.
So, how do you think the police will react if I played them this one right here?
All negative, sir.
It's not a very positive thing.
No.
What if I played them this one right here? What do you think they would say?
You're very grinding this, right?
You know what grinding is?
Yeah, that was completely inappropriate,
So if you start grinding on me, don't be mad if if it goes to more.
Okay, I just want to make sure are you talking about like Call of Duty? Like I'm trying to get the prestige master grinding? Okay, so that's what you're talking about. Okay, let me just see the rest of the comment.
Or like Elden Ring, or you're trying to grind a certain weapon up to a certain level, so
they're trying to beat Melina.
So you can beat Millennia.
Like I said, I fully understand where we're at. You don't need to keep on dogging me about it. I f***ed up everything, and I realized what I did was completely and utterly wrong. But I wasn't trying to be intimate in any shape or form.
What do you think deserves to happen to the person that did something like this?
To be warned and to
just let off with a warning.
Let off with a severe warning.
Severe?
What's a severe warning?
Ticket, a fine.
Just a fine, not a felony.
Like I said, if nothing happens intimately, no pictures were sent, nothing was sent explicitly.
It doesn't matter if something was
Explicitly?
said, but just if something was sent.
I thought it was something was sent, and I'm not trying to do anything, sir.
How you doing, officer?
Can I talk with the officer?
Yeah, of course.
Am I allowed to go?
Do you have anything else to say?
No, I do not.
Oh, Brian, I do have to let you know you've just been skeeted in 4K.
Oh, yep, over there.
Okay. I'm trying to stay in traffic. I'm not trying to. I made clear that I was going to ask for ID to get anything, and I'm not trying to do anything to anyone.
Okay. How did you come in contact with?
Her over meet me. So I'm not trying to be intimate with anyone unless she said that, unless she had an actual physical ID.
Okay, do you understand that
It's-
her being is completely under the age of consent? And you can't
I thought it
do
was.
that?
I thought it was.
He thought he was being.
I thought it was. And I wasn't gonna.
I believe that's
a
with parents' consent.
I was gonna ask for the ID, and I wasn't gonna do anything with anyone.
So you willingly came over here knowing that she was.
Just to hang out. I wasn't gonna.
Do you normally hang out?
I have, like I said, I have daughters and I have nieces and stuff. So yes, but I do not.
You hang out with them by yourself? Like just you and the.
Yes, but I'm not trying to be. I have no.
It's a little concerning, Brian.
It's a little concerning. I agree, but I'm not sexually attracted. I did not realize that she was as young, and then.
Even though she told you that she was. You continue to go on with those texts.
Yes, I apologize. And it wasn't the texts that were explicit. It was more the calls. But at the same time, I kept forgetting that she was because I'm talking to multiple different women at the same time. So, I'm not trying to go with a younger woman. I promise you that, sir.
But you're here.
Yes.
So it's just.
But like I said, I wasn't gonna.
It's kind of hard to believe.
I wasn't trying to be intimate with another younger woman in any way, shape, or form.
So you would easily beat the case then.
I mean, it sounds like that's all you have to say. I'm just taking mental notes so I can get the backstory straight because you know you're gonna go with me, right, for your lawyer?
Okay, Brian, have you heard this song?
This is a popular one right now.
Here, let me go to your part.
They not I'ma do my stuff. Why you chillin' like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably
A minor.
I wasn't trying to go.
That's a bar.
I promise you, man, I was not trying to go there. Kids at home family, and I need to get home and deal with them because they're with my mother currently. Is there any way that you can hurry this up?
Not right now, no. I mean, you did come over here knowing that she was.
But I wasn't trying to be intimate with a woman or any. Like I said, I have to go to my ex's and pick up my youngest too. So.
Okay, what were your thoughts about coming here?
I was simply gonna watch Shrek.
With a
for an hour.
on your free time.
For an hour.
Well, just.
For the hell of it.
And
you did bring them.
That he
right?
has condoms in his car.
But I didn't bring them.
But they're in your car.
They're in my car.
They are?
They are. But I wasn't going to use. Like I said, I keep them in my car for other.
Okay, so why are you asking her how many she should bring?
Because at the time I
should bring?
didn't realize she was. I was talking
You
to her.
did realize that she was because she told you that and you continued to talk to her.
I probably should have stopped talking to her completely, and I realized that, and I have done that before. It's not.
You have done that before?
Not that. I know what you're going with. No, that once you realize somebody is you just don't talk to them, period. And I should have done that in this situation as well. I didn't because I figured maybe we can just talk. Maybe we can connect. I'm not trying to be
Connect with the 14.
not connect in that way.
Okay, do not.
No, I'm not trying to raise my bad. I'm not trying to raise my voice. Not connecting that way that you're thinking. Talk. Hang out. That's also why I said, do you want to just come out to the car?
How old are you?
Can I get a ticket and go deal with my children or something, please?
What kind of ticket would that be?
It's not that.
Is there a ticket
Can
for
we
that?
get a court summons or something? Just because of my children. I need to go.
Okay, you realize that you kind of dug yourself a pretty deep hole with this one,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
And it's not something that's going to be a slap on the wrist and get out of here.
Yes.
So you're going to have to deal with it right now, okay?
Can't call Lester.
Okay.
Is there any way that I can still be able to make it home tonight?
right now, it's something I've still got to talk to my partner about, okay?
Okay.
Do you have the video and text?
Yes, ma'am. We have everything.
We have it all in the Google Drive as well.
Yeah, it's all in there.
All thanks to Ski Predatory Investigation Unit. Do you want to see them?
I can take a look at some of them.
Yeah, they're pretty much all there.
We also got a lot more today while waiting for him. He asked her if she's bathed.
Oh, I did?
You don't remember that?
No, I don't.
My bad. He said he has short-term memory loss.
I was going to ask for the ID before anything happened. I didn't believe that she was She doesn't look in any photos. I probably should have just stopped talking to her in general.
He also asked, has she ever had her cherry popped before?
I probably should have not
And he
talked
went
to
in
her.
detail about that.
And then you did ask if she did
I did?
She'd be okay. Yeah. You don't remember that? How many girls do you ask that to?
I've asked that to quite a few because to me it's...
Where does it typically go after you ask that?
To me it's just one of those things. Typically just over the phone is meaningless. Absolutely meaningless because I can go...
It's not really an icebreaker question.
I mean, that's not what we would call... That's not what we would call W-Riz, Brian.
What's W-Riz?
That's what I'm getting at, yeah.
But no, man, I am not trying to do anything with anyone. I am like, just bought that car. I just want to be able to get it home without it getting towed. If we can figure out a way to do that today.
I'm taking my partner at home.
How would you explain W-Riz? How would you define that?
So this is W-Riz.
It's kind of just...
Think about Kobe. It's 5 seconds left. Oh no, they're down by 2. You need the Black Mamba. He can get an easy layup, but he's like, no. He backs up, step back, swish. 3, 2, 1, bang! You got the picture. Now, let's go back to listen to some Kendrick Lamar.
I probably should have just stopped where I was at and left everything alone the second she said that she was younger. And
when did she say that? When do you recall her saying that? At what point?
You said it 2 days ago, and I probably should have just blocked her. And,
so you recall that then?
Yes, and I probably should have just blocked her and left it at that. I went way too far, and like I said, I probably should have just stopped. And that's what I need to learn, is to just stop. And this right here is a eye-opener of when you...
Oh, this is my favorite scene.
Oh yeah, officer. He also said that
Donkey and the Dragon.
He wants to recreate the scene where...
No, she said that.
He said that he wanted to recreate the scene where the dragon and donkey kissed.
She said that.
It is good.
She said something about the dragon and the donkey.
You said that, my man.
No, because I explained the dragon and the donkey.
You said that, my man.
On the phone, you explained it, right? I think, right?
I thought I explained the whole background story behind the
yeah, that's right. Earlier you did. I remember now. Yeah. And you wanted somewhat of the same love story with this girl, I think it was.
No, he also says he has a DAT pit on him.
Oh yeah, yes, if she wanted to...
No, I wasn't going to...
Well, you asked her if she wanted to try weed.
No, I never... No.
I know I'm a snitch. I'm sorry.
Okay, are you guys done speaking with him for tonight?
Can we...
Yes.
Go
okay. We are going to go outside now, and we are going to talk to you guys. If you guys need anything else for the night, thank you. Okay?
Appreciate it. No deal. We'll have another one in about an hour or so. All right, well, he came to watch some Shrek.
And got skeeted on instead.
Got skeeted on instead. I think he was really coming to get his dragon eggs off.
They not like us.
No, they are not like us. We are not like them.
We are. Oh, I would hope not.
No.
Are you
definitely
sure?
not. I think we're sure. Yeah. It was fun doing this with you again.
Oh, it was fun doing this with you. And I got to go back to the ministry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you are.
After all this debauchery, I got to go pray this off.
Yeah, for sure. Go pray it off. Pray for me too.
I got you.
Please. Appreciate it, bro.
Peace out, Skeet.
All right, peace. All right, y'all. That was your boy Gideon. He's got to go pray the gay away, as they say. So it's your boy Skeet Hansen here, the attorney. We got maybe one more coming tonight. And that's going to be a cut for now, boys. Let's go have a Shrek marathon. These men are trying to meet up with teenagers online. Do you have kids of your own?
Yeah.
What would they think of this?
They probably disown me.
They think they're talking to actual teenagers, but in reality, they're talking to an adult decoy posing as one on the other end.
You say 14?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's too young.
I act older though.
You having a good Saturday night? How's it going? Not only is it immoral and downright disgusting, but it's illegal. And these guys know that very well. You won't believe some of their excuses.
I don't have no intentions to try to do anything, nobody.
You don't?
I don't.
What about when you said that you wanted to slide your hands up and down her back?
She was talking to me like that at first.
They come in all different shapes and sizes.
This poor judgment I might hurt to ever continue the conversations.
Just want to let you know you've just been skeeted.
What is skeeted?
No, I'm Skeet Hansen with the Predatorial Investigation Unit. I'm Skeet Hansen with the Predatorial Investigation Unit. I'm Skeet Hansen with the Predatorial Investigation Unit. I'm Skeet Hansen with the Predatorial Investigation Unit, and these are the dangers of your kids using the internet unsupervised. I hope you've brought your appetite because we've got a lot of predator pasta to dish out here. What up, y'all? It's your boy Skeeter Gene here, coming at you from the editing room, and if you haven't already, be sure to check out my page on Locals. Here you can access exclusive, early, uncut, and uncensored Predator Catch content. If you're not familiar with the platform, it's basically just like Patreon, except I can post just about whatever I want on there, including some content that may be a little too hot for YouTube. You never really know what's going to happen here on YouTube with their highly strict guidelines, so I highly encourage you guys to consider becoming a Skeet supporter on Locals so that we can keep delivering you guys the content that you want to see. Now that I've got all my e-bagging out of the way, I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, and be sure to follow my second channel and my Twitch as well. A grave danger is lurking in the north side of Philadelphia, but not just any kind of danger. We're talking about predatory danger. Men online who are trying to meet your kids for illicit acts. They come from all different angles, chat rooms, dating apps, and more. In this day and age, it's important to make sure that your children are protected from online predators. On average, about 20% of children claim to have been contacted by an online predator in just the last year. We wanted to put these statistics to the test. So we decided to go online and pose as a teen girl to see if any potential predators would contact us. And sure enough, they did. After not long, dozens of men flooded our inbox. But only 3 of them came to meet up within just one night. Even still, such a number is quite shocking for the given time frame. These guys think they're going to be getting lucky with an underage girl, but then they meet me, which turns their world upside down. When confusion strikes, their excuses tend to get rather interesting.
Well, the person that told me to meet them said that they all had a door open.
And that person looks like, to me, like it's this 13-year-old girl
No,
you're talking to.
guy.
So you're gay? Tonight, we caught a man who called himself an Uber to get out of the situation. We even had a runner. And later on, meet the cockiest predator we've ever caught. How you doing, sir? Predatory Investigation Unit.
I knew it. I knew it.
Knew it?
What did you know?
You're not even a kid.
So what'd you know?
What did you know?
I knew it. I called you out. I called you out.
You called me out?
Yes, I did.
Call
I
me out
called you
for
out.
what?
What'd you call him out for?
Huh?
What did you call him out
Am
for?
I under arrest? Okay, bye.
Oh, sir, we do have the police on standby.
Okay, we would rather talk.
The first of the 3 stooges is 30-some-year-old Lee. We don't have much information on him, but his demeanor speaks for itself. Just take a look at his chat log. He starts the conversation with the girl in an online chat room, asking her what she's up to. The girl says that she's just at home, alone, and that she's 13. Lee says that he's not trying to get in trouble.
The girl then says that she's not going to tell anyone. Now Lee knows he could get into some trouble for this, but that still doesn't stop him. He asks the girl if she smokes, and then says that he's got some on him. The girl says she's never done it before, but she's down to try it. Lee then asks what the girl has done sexually. The girl says that she hasn't done anything before, and she's very inexperienced. Lee seemed interested in this and asked if he could come over. It was at this point when we knew that Lee was hot and ready to come on over. So we gave him the address to our sting house and told him to come on in and head into the basement. We were in the Philadelphia area somewhere in September of 2022 doing an investigation. The main thing that brought us over to that area was this Eric guy that had been chatting with our decoy for some time. You may remember him from, one of the previous episodes. He was a pretty unforgettable character. Now, after we caught Eric, we had a lot of time to kill in the Philadelphia area, so we decided to go online and set up a few more profiles to see if any more potential predators might meet up. And unshockingly enough, our inboxes were flooded with dozens of these guys that were, trying to meet up with, who they thought was an underage boy or girl. The predator population over in Philly is just astronomical. I mean, they have a real problem over there. Now, we were communicating with, dozens of these guys, but in just one night, 3 of these guys came to actually meet in person who they thought was, an underage girl / boy. It's actually a bit disturbing if you think about it. So the first guy of the night, he said his name was Lee. I believe he lived somewhere, I forget the city, but it was about 30 minutes outside of Philadelphia. I believe we came across him in a Kik chat room. And if you know anything about Kik chat rooms, you know what kind of guys are typically in those chat rooms. And, Lee was one of those guys, of course. Right off the bat, the decoy told him that, she was 13, and Lee did not hesitate to advance and keep talking to her. He asks her a series of sexually charged questions, asks her if she's ever smoked marijuana before, says that he can bring some over for her to smoke. And with that, outside of the solicitation, you have, this individual attempting to distribute illegal narcotics to a minor. I mean, it's not a good look at all. Lee was a very, very fast mover. About 3 or 4 hours after we had first came across him, he showed up to our sting house to meet this 13-year-old girl. Now, Lee was the first predator we caught that used the "I'm gay" excuse. Not that there's anything wrong with, any sexuality, but Lee used this as an excuse to basically say that he wasn't there to meet a 13-year-old girl and that he was actually there to meet a guy instead. But, the chat log doesn't lie. And this obviously wasn't the case. He had sent multiple pictures of himself, various messages from his phone number, and then he was given the address which he showed up to. So there's really no way that he could actually think that he was supposed to be meeting anyone other than, a 13-year-old girl. Interacting with Lee was very interesting. He was a little bit late to our sting house. He claimed that was because he had gotten into a fight just down the street with the homeless guy, and this homeless guy tore his hoodie, he said. It was a very interesting story. But of course, Lee can explain all this much better than I can, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Lee.
Hello?
Excuse me, sir.
Oh,
Hi, Predatory Investigation Unit.
Oh, man.
Hi. I'm gonna need you to have a seat right there. We have the police on standby. All right?
Damn.
Do you have a bit of a hard time getting here today?
No.
No?
Come on.
Can you just have a seat for me there, please?
All right.
You said that someone just tore your hoodie.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Oh, I got into a fight down the street.
Oh, wow. It's crazy. Oh, look at that. You woke my son up. What is it, Junior?
Say again?
You just woke my son up there.
I wasn't sleeping.
Oh, what? Okay. Well, you're going to want to get over here for this where you need to have a talk with this gentleman.
What happened?
Well, he's here to meet your sister, who you know is 13. Is that correct, sir?
No.
Wait, what?
Well, what brings you in today, sir? Who are you here to meet?
Well, actually, it was this girl named Christina.
Christina.
That I've been talking to.
Okay.
She sent me an address, but it was actually an abandoned house.
An abandoned house. Okay.
Right.
Could you step a little bit more over there?
Yeah.
Just want to get this gentleman space.
Well, now after I
No,
found
we're
out
not.
you're meeting my sister, man, that's...
I don't know who your sister is. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, how old is the person you're here to meet?
18.
18. What about right here when she told you that she was 13? You see that right there? Says I'm actually 13.
You got the wrong person.
So this isn't your number, the one ending in a...
No.
So if I call your phone, it's not going to ring?
No.
Okay. Let's try it. You put it on silent right now?
No.
No? Can you show me your phone? Can you show me your phone?
Sure.
It's taking you a minute there.
Because I'm trying to figure out...
Well, just show me the screen of your phone.
Oh.
Yeah. You just ended the call.
No.
No, I'm pretty sure you did. Okay, well, just leave it just like that. Did you just turn notifications off, or? Okay.
You could be using a text-free number, too.
Could be. Well, I'm going to have this conversation with...
Right here, and I'm actually not even logged into it.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. So this would be your picture, right? That's you, right?
Yes, it is.
And you sent that a little bit ago.
No, I didn't.
Well, who sent that then?
I'm on an app that people steal pictures on.
Oh, so how did you find this address?
I see the door open.
So you see doors open, you just walk in?
Well, the person that told me to meet them said that they all had a door open.
And that person looks like, to me, like it's this 13-year-old girl
No, it's
you're talking to.
a guy.
Is that, so you're gay?
Yes.
You're not here to meet a 13-year-old girl? Okay. Well, from what it looks like here, they sent you the address, and now here you are.
Yes.
That's what I have here. And what you're saying doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
What I'm being told actually doesn't make a whole lot of sense neither. So,
What about it doesn't make sense?
the fact that...
The person that we were talking to in this conversation gave him this address.
Can I smoke a cigarette?
Yeah, go for it. Oh, yeah, not in here. This is a smoke-free. So you can have a cookie, though, if you want. You're more than... Okay, that's fine.
No, yeah.
But from what I'm seeing here, you were talking to a 13-year-old girl. She told you to meet here at this address, and the door was cracked open, and you walked in here.
Yeah.
So it looks to me like you're here to meet a 13-year-old girl.
I'm sorry, sir, but I am...
Do you just want to be straight up with me? What was your name again?
My name is Ray.
Ray. And you told her that your name is Lee.
Who?
You told the girl that your name is Lee. You asked her if she smokes. You say, do you have a boyfriend? You asked her what she's tried. She says, as far as what? You say, sex. She says, I only messed around with a boy in 8th grade last year. You say, oh, so nothing. And then you say, have you ever been 8? Sir, do you want the police to be called?
I don't know what's
No,
going on.
sir.
It would be better for you if you talk to
Sir?
her. You're talking to my little sister.
I do have to let you know something here.
First time mistake. We need to know.
Sir?
Is this a mistake?
Sir, I need to let you know I'm Skate Hansen with the Predatory Investigation Unit, okay?
I'm seeing a guy right now.
Am I being misunderstood?
You're actually here being a 13-year-old girl.
Oh, I'm actually supposed to be seeing a guy.
You're seeing a guy. Sir, you should really take a seat here. You don't want this neighborhood to know this business. Sir? Now, Lee, can we just talk to you here?
Look, man, we need to have a talk about this.
Yeah, you can smoke a cigarette. We just want to talk. And you were planning to smoke with her, it looks like.
No.
From what you said here. Lee? Lee or Ray, whatever your name is, can I just have a conversation with you?
Yeah, can we ask how that person got your picture then to the same address?
Can we just ask that?
You just walked in?
Say that again?
You'd never answer that question.
No, I said say that again. That's what I said.
The person.
I don't feel comfortable being recorded.
Well, sir, you're in a public place. We can record and.
I'm not a public person.
You're in public. You made the decision to walk into that house to meet that 13-year-old girl.
I did.
And I do have to let you know you just been skeeted. And we're doing an online series about adults who try to meet up with kids online.
Okay, but that's not what I'm trying to do.
Now, Lee, it looks like it from the conversation, okay?
Okay, and I'm sorry that the conversation looks like that, but that's not me.
This is what I've got here. How did you know to come to that address, Lee?
I just told you I was supposed to be meeting a gay person at an abandoned...
A gay person?
Yes.
Oh, excuse me, officer? Officer?
The 13-year-old girl was the one that gave you that address.
This man's here to meet a 13-year-old girl here?
No, I am not.
He is. Officer? Excuse me, officer? Oh, yeah, he's circling around.
Saying that it was a 13-year-old girl?
I think they passed us.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know what? You didn't know that she was there. She says it right here, and you were given this address. How did you know to come to that address? You're saying a guy gave you that address that you were talking to.
Like you're being
Lee, we're just trying to figure out what's going on. You're free to drive off at any time.
No, what do you mean drive off?
Well, you drove here.
No, I didn't.
How'd you get here?
I walked here.
From where?
From the street.
The street.
Guys.
You said, in the conversation, you said you were 22 minutes away. You said you were in traffic. And there was an accident. And it looks like you made a bit of an oopsie-daisy walking into that house, from what I can see.
Say again?
You said you were in an accident, and it looks to me like you made a bit of an oopsie-daisy coming in that house there.
Accident?
You said I think you weren't in an accident, but there was traffic due to an accident. Is what you said.
I feel like you guys are really harassing me.
Well, you're free to go into your car at any point, sir, and leave.
You were going to harass my 13-year-old sister.
No,
that's what it looks like from here.
Oh my God.
You said that you were going to eat her?
No, I didn't.
What did you mean by that?
No, I did not.
So what'd you say then?
What did I say to her?
Lee, the proof is in the pudding here.
No, you guys are sitting here saying that I said stuff that I did.
How did you know to come to that address? Who told you to come there?
Well, you tried to meet a 13-year-old girl. This is a serious situation.
I was trying to meet a guy, and you guys are actually making me feel uncomfortable because my family don't even know that I deal with guys.
Well, they're going to know that you deal with 13-year-old girls, apparently.
I don't deal with 13-year-old girls.
Well, Lee, could you please show me the conversation?
And that's the part that I'm not getting from you guys, that you're telling me that I am doing something when I'm actually not.
Okay.
And it's really confusing.
Lee, she says right here, are you okay with me being 13? And she gave you the address to show up. And there you are at the address.
I think the most convincing part is when you said you're downstairs and you went to the easy downstairs.
She said, I'm downstairs, and you immediately went for the basement.
No, I actually walked upstairs first.
Okay.
And then I started going to the basement.
Okay, well, either way.
There's no one in the house, and it's supposed to be a female or a guy there.
Why'd you just say a female?
I said a female or a guy there, so
there's supposed to be a 13-year-old girl there.
That's what you're saying.
That's what I know. I have the chat log right here.
You said a couple minutes ago, you said, wait, what did I say to her? So that's acknowledging you talked to her, saying, what did I say to her?
Wow, just denied everything. That's crazy. Well, off goes Lee, or Ray there, whatever his name is, in his Uber.
Good work, guys.
Good work.
Good work.
Cleaning up the streets of Philly one pred at a time. All right, boys, let's go get drunk then. I don't think Lee's going to be coming back here anytime soon. Now, I don't know what Lee was thinking walking in that house to meet that 13-year-old girl. Okay, it's like he had lost his mind, the same way you or me would, lose our wallet, for example. Which reminds me, there's this company out there that makes these wallets where if you lose them, you can actually track where your wallet is just with your smartphone. And they're called Exter. And this video is actually sponsored by them. What up? It's your boy Sellout Skeet, and I want your money. So let's take a moment to talk about Exter. Huge thanks to them for sponsoring this video. Do you find yourself to be clumsy? Are you always losing shit? Well, Exter is here to save the day. Exter is the company that's known for inventing the world's first trackable wallet, and they're here to upgrade all of your carry essentials. They make wallets, accessories, and bags to help you make more out of your day, every day. Now get a load of this thing. This is the aluminum card holder. It's about half the size of your normal wallet, and it'll carry about 12 cards plus some cash. Do you need to access your credit card quick so you can support me on locals? Well, check this out. Trigger mechanism, baby. Who even gives a shit about the environment? I'll tell you who. Exter does. They manufacture all their products with environmentally friendly materials like vegan Italian leather. Did you happen to lose your wallet? Well, with the solar power tracker here, you can find your wallet anywhere in the world from your mobile device.
Let this bad boy soak up the sun for about 2 hours, and you're good for about 3 months of charge. If you want to stop losing your wallet, be sure to check out Exter and the link in the description down below. Now I'm going to hand you back over to Skeet Hansen.
I'm here.
Excuse me, sir.
How you doing?
How you doing? Hi. Predatory Investigation Unit. We work in conjunction with the police. Why don't you have a seat right here for me? I have a couple questions for you. Sir? Sir, we do have the police on standby. Sir. Camera. Sir? Here's his license plate. We gotta submit to the police. He's shooting me a 13-year-old girl. You got it right. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out, watch out. That's not how we get down to these parts of town. I can take you from the start here. That's a picture of him. That'd be his online dating profile. Here you can see the girl does tell him.
My Google backup for like
okay. And the girl tells him she's 13 right there. He goes on, says he has a 10-year-old daughter. Then he wants to slide his hands up her back and neck, then feel her down on her sides to her waist, and maybe sneak in a kiss.
The reason I even
and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Was she asked the question, and like if we were together, what would we do?
Okay.
And I just answered no.
So basically, you know, it goes on. And then she reminds him, "I'm only 13, remember?" And then he says he wants to strip her down in front of her and slowly and follow her into the shower. Kind of just goes on here. He says that he's a gentleman and a real man, but he can also thug it out. Can you now, Eric? You can thug it out.
It's a saying. It's from DMX. I'm not
gotcha. You're
any type of way. Like that's what I'm
okay.
saying. Man.
Well, I gotta wonder where your dogs are at now.
This is all you got, right? Just a.
So I mean, like once Allentown will have to hook up with our special victims, and they can do a joint thing or whatever. But just be smart about it next time, because he doesn't even live here.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I understand.
When they go do the warrant, there's going to be way out there.
Yeah.
For an incident that happened online.
Online, it's
ended up here.
I understand. Yeah.
So just be smart about it next time.
I understand.
All right.
No, it's good information. We appreciate it.
And it's good work you guys are doing.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Take care.
Have a good night. Wow. Get a load of that guy. I mean, it was just really impressive how he was able to, you know, drive out of the neighborhood at such a high speed with the street being so narrow and not hit any cars. I mean, I was pretty impressed. Pretty good driving skills by that alleged predator. And last but not least, allow me to introduce you to the cockiest alleged predator that we've had the pleasure of interviewing. I'm not going to say too much about him here because, you know, this clip really just speaks for itself. As you can see, Shafiq the decoy is right down there convincing our potential predator to come inside the Whole Foods to meet up with him. He's had a very, very raunchy conversation, very sexually explicit conversation online with him. Now he's talking to him. All right, boys, looks like Shafiq has just confronted our potential predator. We're going to go out here and see what's going on. How you doing, sir? Predatory Investigation Unit.
I knew it. Knew it.
What did you know?
You're not even a kid.
So what'd you know?
What did you know?
I knew it. I called you out.
You called me out?
Yes, I did.
Call me out
you
for
out.
What'd you call him out for?
Huh?
What did you call him out
Am
for?
I under arrest? Okay, bye.
Oh, sir, we do have the police on standby.
Okay. We would rather talk to you than talk to the police. Would you rather talk to them?
I'm not showing my face.
You're not showing your face? No?
Why'd you say that you're a bareback party power bottom?
I have your face. I have your voice recorded
you called
in the phone call.
That's fine. Do it up.
Well, sir, you're hearing me in a 14-year-old voice, isn't that right? You told us what?
I told you, I was like, you're fucking Chris Hansen, aren't you?
You said,
no, I'm actually Skeet Hansen.
Party power bottom.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What's that mean?
That means I like little
Apparently you like 14-year-old.
No. 14-year-old
well, sir,
dicks aren't
just
fully
be honest. You're here to meet a 14-year-old boy for.
No, I'm not.
That's what it looks like from this conversation you were having.
I'm here to spring this on you.
You said send me
you
a
literally
to prove you're not Chris Hansen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, you wanted child porn with the face in it.
What about when you said, I want to your ass and flood it with.
You wrong.
Look, man. Look.
Tell him, sir.
Honestly, we just wanted to have a civil talk. That's it.
I don't care.
Is that cool?
I don't give a You don't give a
I want to your ass.
You're technically not yet, sir.
Yeah.
And I want you to read my
satire, dummy.
Satire?
Yep.
Satire to a 14-year-old? So is asking for child considered satire? Oh my god. Is that
you say that you want to meet in public, then go to a chill spot for some fun.
Yo, he wanted to meet at the park, like at night. He could have weapons on him or anything.
I mean, you see how this looks. It is Philadelphia.
So wait.
Predadelphia. That's what I would talk. That's what I would call it.
You did nothing wrong.
Hell no.
Trying to meet up with a 14-year-old and being on the street.
No, all that fucking gang. I didn't know what I was doing. You're fucking.
Well,
I'm a retard. Yeah. Obviously.
If you knew it, then why did you come out here?
Am I under arrest? No.
You're not under arrest. We just want to talk to you.
Don't touch me.
We're not touching you.
Nobody's gonna touch you. If you touch us, then we'll touch you.
And you said that you were douching your before you came.
Yeah.
For a 14-year-old boy.
Go to the fucking bathhouse.
How long did it take you to do before you came here to meet this child?
I don't know. I don't know how long it takes.
How many times have you done this before? Like 20 or 30?
Ew, gross. No. None.
How is this gross?
This is your first time douching your before meeting a 14-year-old boy?
I want kids, okay? I want fucking full-grown men.
You wanted this kid to dominate you, you pretty much said in the chat logs.
Yeah, that was satire.
Satire?
Yeah.
But he told you he was 14.
That be satire.
Go ahead, call him. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong.
You do nothing wrong?
Yep, I sprung that shit on you. I called you out early.
You called me out?
Yep.
So I don't.
Keep on going with this guy. I was like,
try to understand now why. I mean, why did you come out to meet the 14-year-old boy though?
I didn't.
But you're here.
So you didn't come to meet who you thought was a 14-year-old. What's up?
The one that got it at the club.
Oh, he's here to meet a 14-year-old boy.
He's here to meet a 14-year-old.
Chris Hansen on them. I called him out early.
Oh, that guy loves you.
He said he loves you, bro.
Oh, okay.
Hey, there's a grown man for you.
Dude.
Do you like black guys?
Do I like black guys? What the?
Yeah. Well, he was black. He wanted you to come over there, so. Hey, if that's your thing.
It'd be easier and quicker if we could just stand and talk to you for a minute.
Well, it's not gonna happen.
We can meet in public, then go to a chill spot for some fun.
What kind of fun were you talking about there?
Bringing this shit on you. Go ahead, right in your face. What's up, fucker?
And then you said.
Your face on video.
Okay.
You know that hundreds of thousands of people are going to see this, right?
Okay.
And then you said, if you wanna my faggot ass, you have to send me a.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
That was pretty funny?
Yep.
Well, we did have a good old gag at that one earlier.
Yeah, that was pretty good, right?
Now, why were you soliciting from this minor, though?
I knew he wasn't a minor. I knew it was Chris Hansen.
Can you hold this
I knew it was Chris Hansen.
Sure. But they told you they were 14.
What your off-brand Chris Hansen name is?
Oh, that's Skeet Hansen.
Skeet Hansen?
And you just been skeeted. In 4K.
No, just shook that I called you out so early.
You called me out.
And over and over and over.
I have your recorded phone conversation. On the phone, you were so scared that I was going to be the cop. So scared taking
Wait, so...
Excuse me, I never mentioned the cops once when I was on the phone with you.
You said Chris Hansen, he was affiliated with the police.
Is he a cop? Is he a police officer?
Were people getting arrested
not at all.
Things?
He's just a journalist. That's what we are. Just a couple of journalists.
We're the cops.
You're a cop.
We're the cops, mother. We're the cops. Are you a cop? Are you a cop?
No.
No, you're just ass.
No. We do report our findings to the police, though.
Okay.
So, I mean, we could call them if you want, or
you should get that light out of my face, mother.
Oh, I'm not gonna get it out of your face. It's a public sidewalk.
Did you want to call the police then?
Recording somebody in public is illegal.
No, it's not.
Did you
record anybody in public in any state as long as it's in a public area?
If I go to a private residence, you can't record me.
Record you anyways. If you want to take it up with them, then the cops can come and then they'll get all the evidence. How about that? Maybe I will. I would rather myself than
I knew it was entrapment.
Well, how is it entrapment if you messaged the account first and led the sexual conversation?
No, he approached me. That's entrapment. I was never intended to commit a crime.
Did you message him first?
Huh?
Did you message him first?
No.
I have the screen recordings, and I have all the messages.
He tapped me. He tapped me.
He tapped you.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
And did he tell me he was 14 right away? No. I just said, hey.
Well, it doesn't matter. At some point, he told you he was 14, and you still carried on with the conversation, and you're here to meet him.
Yeah, that's why I went to the other app.
That's why you went to Wicker to try to take it off so the messages don't save, but I found a way to save everything. I have everything
So,
saved.
sir, don't you see the problem with this here?
Yeah, the problem is you guys are ass like trying to string on people that...
Is it okay to have on mine?
No, of course not.
I mean, why involve a 14-year-old boy with this?
Because I knew you couldn't do it. That was me calling you out. I knew you couldn't send me a dictation because I
Sir,
knew
now
you
that-
couldn't consent an asshole.
That just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense actually.
I want to your ass and flood it with and I want you to breed my hole.
Yeah, that was pretty funny, huh?
Yeah, pretty funny.
That was a good one. I'll admit.
Kids.
Ew, no, I hate kids.
Of course you don't have kids. You're
I
a piece
wouldn't
of shit.
say you hate them. It looks like you like them. Well, why'd you come to meet one tonight?
Rude and asshole. Huh?
Why'd you come to meet one tonight then?
Because I wanted to call you out. I knew you were
Ah, okay. You wanted to. So you purposely walked. You purposely walked into a trap.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
So you said
That makes sense.
I called you out early, stupid.
You said kids are rude and ass. You were gonna get in your asshole, and you were being rude to this kid in the chat logs.
Yeah, that's
and you're being
satire,
rude
dude.
now.
That's satire.
Satire.
Yep.
So was it all for comedic effect?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha. That explains why you're here to meet him.
I'm not here anywhere.
Well, that's why you were back there at the Whole Foods to meet up with him.
God. It's so derivative.
So where are you walking us to right now?
To hell.
To hell?
Yeah.
You think that